Hello everybody, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream for our Thursday evening live streams. I hope everybody is doing well. Thanks so much for coming to hang out. Sebastian, good to see you. Atto, good to see you. Gary P, welcome. Sky Pilot Stream, good to see you. Sebastian, welcome. Daniel Barry's here, good to see you. Dennis, good to see you. Bomb Tech, welcome. Kevo, good to see you. Aviation Productions, welcome back. Dream Gaming, good to see you. Givens Mapa, good to see you. Skyworker, welcome back, my friend. Good to see you. Dennis, good to see you. Captain Nick, welcome. Crystal, good to see you. Jack, good to see you. Yuckfu, welcome aboard. EyeDoc Joe, good to see you, man. Average Aviator, good to see you. Austin, what's up, my friend? Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Mike Jones, what's up, mate? Good to see you, dude. Dwayne, good to see you. Tenure to Mobile, welcome back. Good to see you. Captain Chad, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Blue Star Line, welcome back, my friend. Good to see you. Jerome, celebrating 11 months. Says 11 months, what a ride. Loved every bit of it. Amazing work, Cat. Keep up the great work. Can't wait for that 1 year. Huge no floaties to you, Jerome. Thank you very much, my friend. 1 month away from your 1 year badge. Appreciate you being here, mate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Justin, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Aviations, good to see you. Clay, good to see you. Welcome back, man. Jehenzeb, good to see you. Reggie, good to see you. Diamond Mike, good to see you. Gary P, good to see you. Welcome back, friends. Thanks so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. If any of you do want to join, please feel free. We are on Faten this evening, sorry. Miami down to St. Martin. Flight time is scheduled at 2 hours and 18 minutes. So we're not going to waste any time. Let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's get this bad boy programmed, ready to rock and roll. We're already starting the boarding. Passengers, we've already got like 20-something passengers on board. So let's get this bad boy programmed, ready to rock and roll, and into St. Martin this evening. ready for this one. Last time we tried to fly into St. Martin, we couldn't because of the weather. I don't think we're going to have that problem tonight, so that's good. Battery switch to the on position. Ground power comes on. Let's go ahead and go all the way up top to the IRS. We'll set our left position nav on our right position. Good. Continue our flows down here. Everything looks good. We'll get our forward fuel pump on. Beautiful. Everything looks good there. We are on ground power. That's all good. We'll get some panel brightness up on this guy. Beautiful. Let's go and arm our emergency exits. Good. Chime only on position. Good. We'll go and get our window heat on. Beautiful. Probe heats and hydraulic pumps will stay off for now. We're planning 35,000 feet on today's cruise altitude. So we'll bug up 35,000 in our pressurization panel. Beautiful. Isolation valve is open, packs are off, bleeds are on. Good. Make sure the logo light is on as well. Beautiful. Let's come down here. Man, again. We go to PMDG setup, aircraft, equipment, and it's somewhere down here. Flight tablet, yes. Window shades, yes. And that should be good. I'm just going to make sure displays are set. I feel like everything, yeah, kilograms. And then, okay, that's all good. All the call-outs are on. Okay, good, cool. Sweet. Come down here. We'll go to our electronic flight bag. We'll request our data from SimBrief, American 1136, Miami to St. Martin with a cost index of 5. That'll be our initial cost index. We'll obviously bump that up as we get up there a little bit more. Joe B, what's up, mate? Good to see you, dude. You're fighting. What do you mean? Oh, we're fighting. Figured out we'll turn this bus around. Exactly. Yeah, Joe wants to play Call of Duty and not live stream. That's what Joe wants. But unfortunately we can't. But Joe B, I think I'm home tomorrow. Not till later. But have we tried the DLSS swap where it updates the Sims DLSS to the latest and have gotten even more FPS with it? Nah, I haven't had to worry about that, to be honest with you, man. We really don't go, like, very rarely do we go below like 50, 60 FPS now. So I haven't had to worry about that at all. Nope. Cool. Let's come down here to the FMC. We're going to hit the FMC tab. We're going to go to pause and it. We're sitting on the ground in Miami. We'll go ahead and throw that into our reference airport. Good. We'll go to next page. We'll grab our left GPS. We'll scroll back. We'll set that into that position. We'll go to route. Good. We'll clear that out. And we're going to do our flight plan request. See Miami to St. Martin. We'll select that one. We'll set payload. Good. We'll set 0 fuel weight. Good. We'll select route. Good. We'll let that run through its stuff. Let me get a little bit of brightness up here on some of the backgrounds. Good. Santiago, how are my friend? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday evening to you, my amigo. Thanks for coming to hang out. Get all those. Get all that. Beautiful. Come down here. Get this on. It's a complete false story. I wanted to play COD before the stream. Oh, yeah, but... Joe, I have to send you a picture of my setup. It's such a pain in the ass, dude, to tear everything down. Remember, like, when I have my yoke out, I have an FMC, a throttle, radio panel, yoke. Like, my keyboard's not even, like, it's such a pain in the ass, dude, to tear it all down to play Call of Duty for an hour and a half. Not worth it, sorry. Not worth it at all. I'm still getting used to the fact that I have Thursday evening streams. So last night when I was extremely stretched out and we were talking, I was thinking that, hey, it's Thursday night, I have the afternoon stream and then we can play Call of Duty. Well, not the case. Yeah. West. Heathens putting their shoes on the panel. Oh, how dare they. It's a very useful mod. I was getting locked at 80 FPS at JFK with the PMDG 737-800. Very nice. Very, very nice. I don't think we're going to need a mod for that Blue Star line because I think with Sim Update 15 is going to be coming the updated DLSS as well. I think it's coming natively to the simulator, I believe. Could be wrong, but I believe. Let's go ahead and load up our flight route. We'll give that a second here as well. We do have ATC online, but we did receive a PDC. So that's good. We don't have to worry about any of that. We'll get departure ATIS. ATIS information... ATIS information Delta. Arrivals expect 8 right, ILS runway 9, ILS runway 12, RNAV. Well, that's arrival. I want the departing. Departing runways 8 left, 8 right, 9, and 12. Okay, good. So for frame gen, for all graphics cards without the mod. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Yeah. Lufthansa, how are you, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Let's activate our flight and execute that. Beautiful. Let's go to our departure page. We're going to plan for 8 right on the departure. If you look at our charts here into Miami, we're going to plan 8 right. right here at Mike 1. So we'll plan for the, what are we setting up here, chat? We're going to plan for the Clada 2 departure. Clada 2 with the BITAC transition. We're going to plan 8 right, and we'll execute that. Beautiful. Let's go to our route tab. We'll make sure that everything looks good there. Should be BITAC Yankee 290 to Sluggo. Good. And then we can jump on our arrival. Ulaba 1 from Sluggo. Good. And we're going to expect the RNAV runway 10. And if we look at our charts, so we're going to be on the Ulaba 1. And that's going to take us here all the way down to Ulaba. And I think we can take that on here. Probably via Sluggo, and then we'll execute that. And then if we go to legs, we'll make sure that it doesn't do anything crazy, which I already see that it does. So we're just going to replace that like that and go like that. All right, beautiful. That's how it should be done. Okay, cool. And I'll show you on the, well, here, we can look at it real quickly here. We'll go to plan, and we will step through the flight plan, and you can see that that is the arrival. Jets, Sluggo, and then from Sluggo proceed direct into Aluba to Avaki and Lesser. If we go to the approach and we go to the RNAV runway 10, you will see coming in from Sluggo to Avaki to Lesser, and then to Mapon and in for the aircraft, or sorry, in for the RNAV aircraft. Cool, that looks good to me. I'm happy with that. Let's go back to our init ref. Let's plug in some numbers. 0 fuel weight 59.2, planned fuel 10.1. Reserves, we're going to plan 2. We're looking for a perf request. We'll actually do our perf request. We'll see how that looks. Mr. Aluba, boomtastic. That's fantastic. Yes, 41 arrivals into Toronto. It's insane right now. Interesting. Let's go ahead and load up our performance numbers. Execute that. Good. We're going cruise 3.5 initially. Execute that. Good. That's all good. Initial cost index will be 5. We'll bump that up once we get to cruise altitude. Actually, you know what? Let's go like 25, because otherwise 5 is a little bit weird with this aircraft. We'll put 25 as our initial cost index. N1 limits, let's go grab our performance calculator down here. Givens and Pa, huge no floaties to you. Thank you very much for the continued, for your brand new business class subscription to the channel. Huge no floaties, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Somebody get that man a nice cold beverage. Thank you very much for support. Appreciate that. 8 right. Good. We're going to import from aircraft. Good. Flip that over to KG. That's all good. Import to live weather. That's good. And we'll go ahead and calculate that. Flaps 5 degrees, 92.8 on the N1. Takeoff 50 degrees cell temp. So we'll plan that. 50 degrees cell temp. Good. Go to our takeoff page. Flaps will be 5 degrees. CG weight 25%. 487. 487. 43, 45, 49. 43, 45, 49. All the numbers match up. Beautiful. Cool. That all looks good to me. Let's go ahead and plan for the departure. So the Clada 2 is going to be a direct RNAV departure. So it's going to be runway heading 124 and then a right turn direct Jamba. And if we look here, it's a direct Jamba. So that's good. We'll bug up 124 for runway heading. 124, good. And then we're bugging up 149 on our V-speed, good. Alrighty, I think they're done. The baggage loaders are all done, good. Yep, we need about 20 more passengers. So I'm going to spool up the APU. Again, we're just trying to get out of here, chat. If I'm missing any messages or something, I apologize. Just, I want to get the aircraft out of here. These evening streams, I like to get it up. Aircraft in the air, and then we can start kind of like hanging out and chatting a little bit. 2216, and I'm putting TA only. 2261. Almost messed up my dyslexic squawk code. 2261 on the squawk code. Good, we've got that plugged in there. Beautiful. Tower is 18.3. We're calling tower with ATIS for taxi. Beautiful. 18.3. Good evening. Again, Cap, tomorrow unfortunately going to have to listen while I fall asleep. I'm going to the office tomorrow. No worries, man. No worries at all. Sturdy, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. All right, 18.3, we'll flip that over now. Good, we've got tower plugged into there. We'll monitor that for our pushback. Everything's good there. Everything's set there. Beautiful. Cool. APU generator is on. APU bleed is on. We'll get the packs on for now as well, just to help out with the passengers. We'll get the fuel pumps on. Good. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to make sure our park brake is enabled. Good. And actions, ground services. I'm going to release ground power and I'm going to remove the wheel chocks. Beautiful. Yo, Caps, 1:45 a.m. right now, so I'm off to bed. Enjoy your flight over to St. Martin. Huge enough floaty to you, Captain Sweet. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it, man. I really, really do. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a great evening, man. Alrighty, beautiful. We're good to go. Let's go GSX. Prepare for pushback and departure. Confirming all the fuel. We're looking good. Return 10.1 we're supposed to have, so that's fine. These guys are all on. These guys are on, and Jetbridge should be disconnecting. Door should be closing automatically. Doesn't seem like it is, so that's fine. We'll do that now. There we go. Don't need an open door, that's for sure. Mark, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Round trip? No, just one leg today, man. It's about 2 hours and 20 minutes, one leg. So just one leg today. Caps Thursday night stream should be classified as ASMR. Need the center pumps on? Yep, just turn them on, Wayward. Thank you, man. I'll watch while working. Just don't tell my boss. Sounds good, Chopper. Sounds good, my man. Do you have the fourth spring on the yoke? I don't know. However it comes out of the box, that's how that's what I'm flying with. How do you not always zoom in when scrolling into a knob or anything? Just that good? Practice, man. Practice, practice, practice. Trust me, I do sometimes. But yeah, practice. Yeah, round trip. We won't be back till like 1:30 in the morning, 2 a.m.
Locking gear.
All right, locking gear. Let's make sure we're not pushing back into anybody, which we shouldn't. Beautiful, looking good. On the road with Brett, 54 months. Brett, huge no floaties to you, my friend. That is incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dude. 54 months. Chat, please get some love for Brett, my man. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dude. All right, upstairs. Packs off. Isolation valve open. Bleed pressure is alive. Engine number 2. Engine number 2 over to ground. I don't know what the pushback was doing there. Scared me a little bit. Anti-collision light is on. Engine number 2 over to ground. Start valve open. N2 percentage is rising. Beautiful. And we're looking for 25% before we introduce fuel. We'll introduce fuel number 2. TNCM looks great with the new update. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited, man. Jay, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well as well. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, see, this pushback is already extremely flawed because our tail is about to go through the building here. Do you see this shot? No problem. So, yeah. Not quite sure what the pushback's doing. We're just going to stop the pushback right here. Stop here and complete pushback. Thank you. Yeah, half of our fuselage is in the building. How do you like this scenery? It's okay. It's okay. It's not the best scenery I've used. It's okay. Engine number 1 over to ground. Start valve is open. N2 percentage is rising. In the words of the cap, nothing to see here. Correct. Absolutely nothing to see here. What were our instructions here? Clada 2, altitude 350, cleared Cloud 2 departure. By departure, this will maintain 5,000. All right, initial climb is 5,000, chat. So we're going to bug up 5,000. Good, and then we're going to introduce fuel engine number 1. Don't mind our wing and fuselage in the building here. Nothing to see here.
Unlocking gear.
Latin VFR standard. Yes, correct. Yeah. They will, Mike. Yeah, they're opening up like a community thing where you can make airports and then submit them into the community, and then Microsoft will put them into the simulator. So very much like what X-Plane is doing with the scenery gateway. So you're going to be able to create airports now within Microsoft, and then submit them, and then if they get approved, your airport gets added into the base game as an airport, as a base airport to the simulator. It was pretty cool. All right, we got 2 good engines. Let's go upstairs. Let's go engine Gen 1, Gen 2. Good. AP bleed goes off. Packs on. Isolation valve auto. Probe heat's on. Flip this over to Gen 1. We've got yaw damp on. 350 is in. APU comes off. Start switches are on. Beautiful. Everything looks good upstairs. Let's go flap set 5 degrees for takeoff. Auto brake over to RTO. Ground spoilers are not armed. I don't know why I said ground spoilers. Flight director on. Left side, right side. Auto throttle. VNAV, LNAV. Verify takeoff speeds. Takeoff speeds are set and good. And we need a trim value of 487. Should be good right about there. 487. Beautiful. Park brakes coming off. Let's go ahead and bring it up. Cap, are these the FT Sim engines? Nope, these are default, man. Default PMDG sounds, dude. All right, so we're going to come out of the ramp. We're going to be short. We'll probably be at either 13 or 14. Spot 13 or 14. We'll start listening here. New TNCM compared to the old TM Sim is freaking amazing. All the hotels and the approaches modeled. Nice, very cool. Yeah, we'll definitely get some beautiful views. World Edit automatically makes Microsoft better than X-Plane, bringing the community together to build a better simulator together. I mean, X-Plane has had that for many years running, so I wouldn't quite say that that's the right. Like X-Plane has had that for a long time. So I wouldn't necessarily say that that's one-upping X-Plane. That's kind of like bringing it to the level of X-Plane, right?
But if you want it again, run an 8 right here, clear line. Roger, thank you very much, sir.
All right, we've got ATIS Delta, and we're going to be spot 13 ready to taxi.
Right, 1231, descript.
Miami Tower, good evening. American 1136, spot 13 with ATIS Delta, ready to taxi 8 right.
American 1136, run 8 right, taxi via Whiskey Mike.
Whiskey Mike for 8 right, American 1136.
Miami Tower,
All
American
right,
23,
Whiskey
29, short of spot 8, ready to taxi
Mike.
with Delta.
Hey, Gap, how's your day been? Good, man. Had some great flights earlier.
8 right, taxi via Mike.
It's a beautiful arrival into Geneva. A little bit of a weird arrival back into Amsterdam. All of our screens froze. So couldn't really see our touchdown speed or anything like that. This was a little bit weird. You did not know that? Yep, X-Plane's had that for many years, man. Many years. X-Plane's had that as an option, so it's good to see Microsoft included as well, because it is going to, I mean, you're not wrong in the fact that it's going to make the simulator, you know, like I said, man, you're going to have airports that, like, you know, some developers may not want to do because they don't really know much about it, but then you're going to have somebody that, like, you know, flies out of there all the time, and they're going to be able to get, like, pictures and do a great replication of the airport. So it's pretty cool, man. I'm quite excited for it.
Okay, in that case,
is that an MD-11? It is.
320 at 5, RNFE, so on 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8 right, clear for takeoff, bring nav to CSOL, Delta 1231.
Noted, 883 heavy, runway 12, line of plane.
Runway 12 for 83 heavy.
All right, Whiskey. Second left here is going to be Mike. This is November. Crossing November now. Going to make a left onto Mike. Hey, Cap, my LRM stopped working about a week ago. I uninstalled and reinstalled LRM FSU IPC7 countless times. This is connected, but not showing me any rates on my landing. Make sure that the tooltips are turned on in the settings. You have to have tooltips enabled. Make sure that that's on in your, I forget what it is. Press escape in the top menu here, whatever the hell it is. And then go down and find, make sure that's set. We're going to get those dirty textures from, it looks realistic. FlightSim.to, man. That's exactly what it's called. I think it's called the Worn Texture Mod, PMGG 737.
American 2329, you got the company at 737 in sight?
Straight ahead, yes I do, American 2329.
American 2329, follow that trap.
2329 will follow company at 8 right.
Joey, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Very weird, Jones. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what would be causing that. It's been working for me, no problem. Are you running as administrator?
Heavy. I'm holding short runway 26 right now. Did you inform me go via Kilo to Centurion Air Cargo apron?
Air 67 airframe, your instructions were to cross 2 road. Your instructions were to cross 8 left and Kilo to the ramp.
Okay, roger on that. I'll be crossing 26 right now, if that's all right, and then via Kilo to the ramp, sir. Maybe that were American 1524, we're ready for back, sir.
American 1524.
Igor, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well.
Text via Whiskey Pop.
Whiskey Pop, our runway 8 right, American 1524.
Cap Diaz, what's up, my man? Good to see you do well, dude. Hope you're doing well. Always loved Geneva. Geneva's beautiful. Yeah. Wish we had a little bit better of scenery, but
Delta 12,
beautiful approach.
Contact, standby.
All right, Miami departure. I think he's going to give us 25.5. Arthropod, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude, as well. Joseph, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome, welcome,
Delta
welcome, guys.
1231, contact, Miami departure of 119.45.
Maybe he's giving 119.45.
19.45, Delta 1231, and so long.
Yeah.
The United 777, sexy. Is that Atto? Atto, is that you? Might be Atto. Oh man, I cannot wait to have a 777.
Heavy, ready to roll, 1-2, made cap.
It is Atto, yeah.
United 83 Heavy RNF to John Bob Romaine 12, clear for takeoff, wind 3205.
'83 Heavy clear, 1-2 RNAV, jump for '83 Heavy rolling.
American 1136, runway 8 right, line of point.
8 right, line up and wait, American 1136. All right, let's do it, chat. Landing lights, runway turn-offs, strobe lights, wing lights.
Tower, good evening, ProFlight
Ding the cabin.
7, ready for taxi, information Delta.
ProFlight 777, are you able at 8 left for departure?
I have 1 to 200 scale model that plane coming to my house very soon. Nice, because I have Air Canada 777, 1 to 200 right here beside me.
ProFlight 777.
Is that the only other 777 that I have? I have an American 777 as well. Air Canada and American 777. United canceled their 737 MAX 10 order being of the incident. Damn, how many did they have on order? It's not going to be good for Boeing. Cap, I missed the whole fly-by-wire update. What is making everyone use it again? Have the Phoenix? New cockpit. They have a whole new cockpit texture. It actually looks like an A320 now.
3 contact, Miami departure, 125.5 p.m.
25.5 for 83 Heavy, thanks, have a good night, see ya.
Yeah.
Oof, look at that lineup. Beautiful. 100, but there's delays getting the Airbus replacement, so who knows what they'll do in the meantime.
I'm Tower, Profile 777, Kilo 1, holding short, 8 left.
Ed, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude.
777, runway 8 left, line of point.
Welcome back. Hope you're doing well.
Line up and wait, 8 left, Profile 777. Back in 1186, RNF, Jumbo, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
RNF Jumbo 8 right, cleared takeoff, American 1136.
Back in
All right, friends.
29, runway 8
Joystick
right,
cam's going on.
You're right, line up one way, American.
Sounds are going up.
29.
You guys ready? Let's do it. Throttles to 40%. Chrono's on. Stabilized. Toga. Takeoff power set.
Airspeed's alive.
Roger.
P knots.
Neutral.
Z1.
Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
You're up.
Back in 2329, RNF, Jumbo, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff, entry 20.
RNF Jumbo, way right, clear for takeoff, American 2329.
Back in 1524, runway 8 right, line of point. 8 right, line of point, number. Back at 1136, contact Miami departure 125.5.
125.5. Thanks for ETC, man. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
All right. Flaps 1. Air departure, good evening. American 1136. 2,500, climbing 5,000.
American 136, Miami departure, good evening. Radar contact, climb and maintain 16,000.
Maintain 16,000, American 1136. Alright, 16,000 is in shot. Good. 210 flaps clean. Downtown Miami right here. Beautiful.
Miami departure to American 1302.
American 1302, Miami departure, go ahead.
American 1302 requesting descent.
Roger, if you're in center airspace, sorry, where are you exactly?
Alright, coming up on 5,000. Straight up departure here. Autopilot 1 is going on.
Can you repeat, please?
Good. Bring you guys up to the flight deck.
What's
Give you a
your
nice little
current
wing view here. So we're departing
We
Miami.
are about 47 miles of Signal.
Roger, and what arrival?
All's well, Carolines. How are you, my
coming
friend?
in? What star?
Serena, runway 32.
Not the runway, what star are you coming in on?
Miami departure, American 2329 at 2,800, be the SIP.
American 2329, Miami departure, good evening, radar contact, climb and maintain 16,000.
We're departing off the coast in Florida. It's always beautiful, man. Always beautiful. A little bit bumpy too tonight. It's nice.
No, sir.
Castevens, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well.
American 1302.
Okay, I'm not sure which airport that you're going into. If you're on the east side of center airspace, you can contact 135.17. And if you're on the west side, you can contact center on 128.22.
All right, beautiful. Runway turnoffs coming off, taxi lights coming off, wing lights coming off, engine start switches will stay until 10,000. Beautiful. Greg, what's up, man?
Okay,
Good to see you,
we
dude.
are
Flag
going
Eye,
to
what's up, man? Good to see you both. Hope all is well,
American
gentlemen. Hope you're having a great evening. Yep, that was me, Cap, rolling to get away. Beautiful rotate. See you on the other side. Thank you, Atto. Appreciate you, man. Have a safe flight, too.
American 1302.
135.
What FPS limits do you have for the engines in PFD for the PMDG? What FPS limits do you have for engine in PFD? I'm not sure.
United 83, contact Miami Center 135.17. Have a good night.
Whatever default would be.
Over to 3517 for 83 Heavy. Thanks for being on. See ya.
See ya.
Absolutely dropped like a brick today on my flight to Cord minus 444. Oof. We haven't had one of those in a while. 10,000 landing lights coming off, start switches off, and seatbelts to auto. Beautiful. That buzzsaw is going to continue to go as we climb up. What are the major differences one would notice right away switching to RealTurb? People have been raving about it. I don't know, honestly, Fly Guy. I feel like it's more like subtle changes and stuff like that. There's definitely much more turbulence, especially coming through clouds, going through certain scenarios, right? There's going to be a little bit more turbulence and bumps and stuff like that, but yeah, that would be the biggest thing to me. Do you have to respect altitude constraints when ATC told you to climb flight level 160? No. You would respect the constraints if he said climb via the SID 16000. But because he gave me just climb 16000, you would essentially just climb to 16000. Yep, I have this weird thing that happens when I play Microsoft. I hear USB disconnect sound followed by the game freezing. Would you know how to fix this? Sounds like one of your USB ports has gone bad. Maybe it's not getting enough power to it. Something's... yeah. Try using a different USB port. PCAP just finished installing my base sim on my new 14900K 4090 64 gig RAM DDR5 system. Now to find the right settings and finish installing AI traffic in airports. I mean, you could probably run that on very high, high-end, very high. Somewhere like that, for sure. Probably no problem with the system like that, dude. That's an absolute beast. Congratulations on that. That is a beast of a computer, my friend. 50-50 on getting it. Gotcha. I mean, for the price.
135.17. Have a good night.
135.17 for American 1136. Have a great night, mate.
See ya. Pro Flight 777.
Got it for 3,200 USD. Pretty happy. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Pretty decent, man. I'm trying to think. Canadian, that's what? 3,200. That's like 4,400 CAD. That's pretty decent. Yeah. Miami Center, good evening, American 1136. 15,500 climbing 16,000. Yeah, you can pretty much just set ultra with that.
American 1136 Miami Center, hello, climb maintain follow 350.
I maintain 350 American 1136. Alright, altitude intervene, flight level 350, here we go, good, we've got a nice tailwind so far, hopefully we can keep that up. Captain Geo, my man, coming in with the business class, welcome back my man, huge no floaties to you, Geo, I hope all is well my friend, good to see you dude. Have you heard about the E220 update for Microsoft, Cap? Got to jump on the beauty for some JetBlue ops once it releases? Of course, yes, absolutely man. We will definitely be doing that. Yeah, it's a really good price.
American 2329, 16,000.
What's up, fellas? Been MIA for a little bit. Life happened, but I'm back. Good to see you, my mate. Good to see you.
Miami Center, hello, climb maintain. For now, climb maintain flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, American 2329.
Miami Center, very good evening.
Did you plan on flying any Nordic or Baltic ops soon? Well, we just did some Nordic ops for like Christmas time. We did some Nordic ops, TSC. I don't necessarily have any more planned. I'd like to do some more Norway flying and stuff like that eventually, but yeah. Hey, Captain, just took an 18-hour round trip in my car from Miami to Islip. Dude, you're crazy, man. How many miles was that? Where the hell is Islip? That's insane. We need the A220 for some Baltic ops as well. That would be badass. We're looking forward to the Q400 in Microsoft? Yes, as am I, man. Love me some Q400. Love me some Q400. Let's go and start jamming some tunes, shall we, chat? Got some nice reggae for us tonight. This was actually right by me, New York. Oh, KSP Airport, Frontier and Southwestern Breeze Ops too. Got you. I slip. About 1,300 miles. Jesus, man. Hopefully that A220 is coming sooner rather than later. I agree, dude. I agree. This world update was not very big, correct? Mine updated pretty fast. Yeah, I think. Well, did you make sure you did the content manager stuff? Right, there's just a small update for like the Microsoft launcher, but like the big major update, I think it was like 22 gigs or something that installed. 22 gigs in the content manager. Do you use SimToolkit Pro? I use SimToolkit Pro, Roderick, but the only reason I use it is to provide all this information that you see here in stream. I really don't care about like tracking my flights and stuff like that. It's just not for me. I don't really fly to track my flights. I just fly because I love it, right? There's a bunch of great programs. You can fly Nordica. They use the CRJ 900. Maybe when we get the update.
JetBlue 326 just taking a couple minutes away.
JetBlue 326, yes, no problem, thank you.
I was going to do a flight till I adjust the wave hello when you're passing over Turks and Caicos. Sounds good, Flash Smitty. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, every time there's an update, Ed, you usually got to go to the content manager and download some stuff. There's always it's like a double thing. Like the launcher has a small one, and then, yeah. Do you notice any performance improvements? Not really. Not really, Stampede. Apparently there's some major performance upgrades coming for Sim Update 15, which is coming sometime in March. Sim Update 15 is going to have some major performance increases. A220 aircraft variant releasing after the 100-300 should be really cool. 6,000 nautical mile range. Yeah, that's pretty wild, dude. I didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest with you. We have a CRJ. Yeah, it just hasn't been updated in like a year and a half. So we're waiting for an update to come out. What time is it where you're at now? It's 2 a.m. for me. Where I'm at, it's just past 8 p.m. Yeah. The new St. Martin is very frame heavy on my system. Interesting. I loaded in and took some screenshots. Everything was perfectly fine for me. I think I was getting like 80 FPS. I want to do some twin otter ops around St. Martin, St. Bart's, but remembered Aerosoft pulled it from the store. Was it that bad? I really don't want to re-download Expo 11 just to fly the otter. I don't know whatever happened with that, to be honest with you. I don't know what happened. Chat, anybody know what happened to the otter?
4994, you're about to just cross the border there, and Havana is closed. Red F terminated for you change of roof, and good night.
Ready to come. Thank you for your agency, Delta 4994. I'm out.
Look at those clear blue skies, chat. Beautiful water down there. Davis, what's up, my man?
Miami JetBlue 326.
He got just had oven baked pizza brought to me. It's looking good. Nice.
And Havana is closed. Red F terminated for you change of roof. See ya.
Over to 122.8. Thank you guys for coming online tonight. Really appreciate the service. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Hey again, after my drivers, I've tweaked my game settings. I'm still having shitty performance. Can you recommend what settings I turn down? I don't know, man. Put the level of detail to like 80, 70, 80%. My back is so itchy. Yeah, try and put your object level of detail down. That's the big one I think people have been saying if they're having issues. I'm glad you enjoyed the latest photo that I DM'd you. That one's not safe for work. Do you have wind on because it creates waves on the water? I do, yeah. You really only get crazy waves though. Like the wind, we're getting a 70 knot tailwind right now. But the wind down closer to the...
Close to the... Good night.
close to the ground isn't as strong as it is up here. They were moved due to them saying they were going to update it or something and bring back. I don't know why it was really good from what I've heard. Interesting. Can we get an outside view? Sure. Is this RealTurb V2? It is, yeah.
American 2329, climb and maintain flight level 330.
Flight level 330, American 2329.
His water mask looks new, I assume, from the update. No, the water around the Caribbean's always been like that, a little bit of turquoise or something like that, right? It's always kind of been like that. What kind of stretch are you working with this evening? Gelato mint. Gelato mint. Next week, return to the 310. Maybe. Maybe. Haven't decided yet. If we don't get any news from Phoenix for the A320, yes, we'll do the A300, and then following week we'll do the A320. So yes, 310, probably some more cargo ops next week. Yes.
Good evening.
Stretching it out. In your opinion, which is better Dallas love scenery? I can't remember which one I have. What are the options, Sharper Travel? I didn't pay for mine. Keep that in mind. Mine was given as a review copy, but I like the one that I have. I can't remember who makes it. Can you go to the passenger compartment? Like, you want to go inside the cabin and then go inside? There you go, man. It's nice, isn't it? Ooh, fancy. Fancy, fancy. I Blue Yonder. Yes, that's who I have. Yeah, and I can recommend basically anybody before Feel There. Feel There should always be like at the bottom of the list when it comes to scenery. If there's any scenery available and like Feel There and another developer makes it, 99% of the time go with the other developer because it's going to be better. Feel There is not very good. Cap, where did you find this livery? FlightSim.to. Or might be on the might be on FlightSim.to, or it might be on the actual PMDG app. Yeah. You think this is the livery on the op center? Could be. Yeah, one of the two places, that's where it is.
American 649, Miami Center, hello.
CJ4? Probably not. Right.
Level 230, that's going to be your fine.
Continue to flight level 220.
What's this RealTurb cat? Maverick, put exclamation point RT. Exclamation point RT. And then Nightbot will provide you with a command. excuse me. It's easier that way than me explaining it, right? 1,800 times. When we do finally get the hot start A220, I'll be back and explain for a few months. It's a shame Aerobasque is facing licensing issues with the Dassault when the 8X is so close to being finished. I don't know why they're getting licensing issues. Haven't they been working with Dassault the entire time, Roderick? I thought they had been working with Dassault the entire time, but... Vertical sim would make a Fort Lauderdale and Miami would be lovely. Both those airports are already taken. I don't know. Maybe. Why can't you fly the 600 for an hour? I don't want to. Have we reached climb yet? I still think we're climbing just ever so slightly. Yeah, 32,000 feet. Up to 35. Got a beautiful tailwind right now, taking advantage of that. 546 knots across the ground. Impressive. Imagine for this April Fool's you do a meme stream on the Peter Hager 380. Oh man. How do you prevent screen tearing with frame gen? Turn on VSync in your NVIDIA settings though. Not in the simulator. Don't turn VSync on in the simulator. Turn it on in the NVIDIA control panel. Have you noticed RealTurb doing much? A little bit Strody. A little bit here and there. More with like how it interacts with the terrain and stuff like that. But yeah. Also going through some clouds and stuff for sure. Tyler, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Is this game Microsoft Flight Simulator? It is. Yep.
United 83, leaving my airspace, Miami Oceanic, offline. Radar service terminator, free to change approved. Good night.
Dassault wants the aircraft to be near perfect representation of the real aircraft. Aerobasque are stuck running out of money trying to develop features that are almost impossible to implement.
American 1136, thanks to you, leaving my airspace.
That's brutal.
Radar service terminated, free to change approved. Enjoy the dark side.
Unicom, have yourself a great evening. We'll see you soon, American 1136.
See you.
All right, 122.8 for us, chat. You can turn the tunes up just a little bit. We've burned the center pumps, which is good. Get those off now. Good. And we're reaching cruise altitude, and we'll go and change our cost index. Index performance, and we'll change our cost index once we get up to cruise altitude. We'll fully take advantage of this tailwind right now. You know, departing from Miami reminds me of an Air France flight I took in real life, Miami to LFPG. Just ocean the whole way, baby. Hey, Cap, so I took your advice. I'm now on Steam. So far, I didn't have to pay for all my PMG 737 and E-Builds A300s. Perfect, man. Very good. You know, departing... sorry, I got that one. Cap USA, what's up, mate? Good to see you. Because it's weird, I'm not finding anything in my content manager about this update. What's it called again? World Update 16. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going to use a cost index. Let's go like 75, see what that gives us. What about 80? What about 100? There you go. Cost index of 100. Gives us Mach 0.79. Sounds like XP72 music. We all use the same. We all use Epidemic Sounds. It's one of the cheapest payware options for non-copyrighted music. You almost say you're on your way to Shannon? Nice, very cool. Super pumped flying Porter tomorrow from Winnipeg to Toronto, Toronto to Tampa. I've heard good things, so I thought I would do a review flying Porter Reserve, so I hope for a good experience. Nice, very cool, dude. Let me know how that goes. I'm almost positive that I'm going to be flying them down to Vegas this year as well. So, yeah. It's not in the content manager, it's on the marketplace for the new update. Yeah, you have to go to the marketplace and then it'll go to your content manager. You are correct. Sorry, Gary, you're right. That's go to the marketplace. You have to buy it, even though it's free, because it's a world update. And then it'll install, and then you can update it and do things in the content manager. Rest in peace to the Tropicana Hotel in Vegas. Yeah, pretty crazy. They should come to a compromise. Most people in the community are optimistic. Would be the first high-fidelity long-range business jet for Flight Sim. We have been starved for any good large biz jets. I would agree with you as well. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, like I've almost that project's probably been in development for how many years now? I mean, shit, dude. I remember they announced that in X-Plane 11. They announced that they were working on a Dassault. And then they, you know, X-Plane 12 was announced, and they said, okay, we're going to do it for X-Plane 12, and yeah. A300, 600, when will it be available in the marketplace? I have no clue. Hopefully soon. Is it still not available? Aero Italia have launched new flights from London Southend to Milan. They use the 737-800 and 737-700. Nice, cool. Only install the necessary stuff for the update, though. Otherwise, it's unnecessary content. True, yeah. Cap, I installed a GSX profile with VDGS, but the VDGS just doesn't spawn in. Please help. I have no clue, Stephanie. Do you have the proper programs? Do you have GSX? Like, do you have everything? I don't know why it's not working. Cap, I downloaded all the songs from Epidemic. Do you want to copy or stop your subscription when they won't copyright you? I joke I'm a Swedish pirate. Yeah, I don't think that's how that works, because it's constantly checks to see if you have an active subscription. Not worth it. It's just worth it to pay. I prefer having the music anyways. It's better than YouTube music. Cap, do you think it's worth keeping X-Plane installed on my PC? Depends, man. If you use it, sure. If you're not using it, well then, it'd probably free up some space. But it depends, man. Depends what you want to do, how you're using it. Atif, what's up, mate? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Good t-shirt, thank you. I do enjoy it. It's quite funny. I do enjoy. Look at that ground speed, chat. 551. Woof. Top of descent in 756 miles. That's about an hour and 15 minutes. Hour 15, hour 20. Till top of drop. Cruising along. Beautiful. Thought you had a tie for months? Now it's been almost 2 years. Which would you say is currently better, X-Plane 11 or X-Plane 12? Probably X-Plane 11. Yeah. Recently, good airport, really scenic. Cool. SABE and SAWH. I don't know where those are, but cool. I want to ask a quick question. From which destination and where are we going? Atif, it always says right up here for you, man. We departed Miami and we are going to Saint Martin. Right here. 770 nautical miles out for you. Nice, cool. We're 746. Cap, wanted to ask, have you tried the Turtle Beach Velocity stuff? I'm looking at getting the controls and pedals. Never used one before. Not very good, to be honest with you. I don't know about their joystick. Their joystick looks decent, but their yoke is not very good. I did try the yoke out at one of the expos in San Diego, 2021, I think it was, and it reminded me of the Cytec. Very plastic, very cheap feeling. Just not worth the money, in my opinion. If you want a yoke, I would go with the Thrustmaster, Honeycomb, that route. Although, if I gotta be honest, stay away from Honeycomb for a little bit. So I'd go with a Thrustmaster yoke all day long, man. Is frame gen good? Yes, absolutely. Ecap, leaving Las Americas DR to join you now towards TNCM. Very cool flight, Kana. Nice flight. Will you ever get into force feedback yokes? They're too expensive, dude. It's like $2,000, $2,500 for a yoke. No. Cap, what do you enjoy about cargo ops? I think for me, it's the ability to take heavy aircraft to somewhere obscure airports and short hops. Yeah, absolutely. Flying into different airports and even not necessarily flying to different airports, flying into airports that you're used to, but because you're flying cargo, you're going to a completely different area of the airport sometimes that you wouldn't even know, right? Where's the expo being held since the Tropicana Hotel will be closing? No updates yet. Follow them on Facebook or follow them on Instagram. Yeah. FSA, Flight Sim Association. Do you see that V1 bought a force feedback yoke? I did not. Nope, I didn't. It doesn't surprise me, right? I mean, again, that's, you know, those types of products, that is who that is tailored to. That is tailored to the real pilot who's at home and wants to fly, and, right? That's not, God knows what he paid for that. I don't even want to know. Thousands of dollars. Have you seen Field Air released Ontario for Microsoft? Being my home airport, it's upsetting they released it as an outdated model when Vertical already has it released perfect up to date. I mean, that's just Field Air in a nutshell, right, Mav? They don't care, dude. They're just pushing out junk, man. Pushing out junk. He debuted it today. It looked decent, $1,200. Not for me, man. Sorry. That's crazy. That's 4 times the price of a Thrustmaster yoke. Nope. Mike, what's up, man? 9 months. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. It says, yo, Cap, good evening. How are you? 3 months away from 1 year. Crowdwell, man. Thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate you, dude. 3 more months, my man. 3 more months. We'll get you there soon, my man. Been eyeballing the UPS A300 flights from Rockford, Illinois to Gary, Indiana. 27 minutes, 5,000 feet. Jesus. That's crazy, man. The yoke look good for GA, not airlines. Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Most of these force feedback yokes, unless you're buying a replica like Boeing actual column yoke, most of these yokes, these force feedback yokes like Brunner yokes and stuff like that, is that what it is? Does anybody know what brand it is? I'm pretty sure it's a Brunner or a Brunner. Yeah, that's all for GA stuff, man. They're super small, super like little delicate, tiny little things. I haven't seen the video. I'll have to go check that out. But yeah, they're just... The thing was tiny. I couldn't fit my Meat 6 on that yoke. Oh, it is the Brunner? Yeah. That's what I figured. Hey, man, the dude's a real pilot. He's, like I said, that is the brand? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, they're one of the only ones that do the force feedback. I mean, they look cool, dude. Just, again, not for me, man. Not for me. Cameron, what's up, dude? Dropping $2. Says, yes, Bahamas music. I got you, my man. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. You think you can switch out different yokes onto it? I have no clue, Fish. Maybe. I know that it, like, from the ones that I've seen, it looks like there's, like, a TBM style yoke. Like a Beechcraft TBM style. And then, like, I remember seeing, like, an old school, like, Cessna. Like a 172 style. You know, I don't know if they're separate ones or if you can replace the yoke. They're interchangeable or something like that. Thank you, Cameron. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you. Incredibly kind. Any plans on visiting MDPP? I don't know. Maybe. V1 said that every other yoke feels like a dead fish now. I mean... Hey, dude, it's a force feedback yoke. Like I said, I'm not doubting that it feels good. Just again, I mean, for that price, it better be. I mean, you're paying that kind of money, dude. 1,200 American. That's 1,400 and change Canadian, plus tax, plus shipping. That'd probably be close to like $1,700. Yeah. Hey, Cap, did you say turn down the terrain level of detail or objects level of detail? Try doing one, and then if that doesn't work, turn the other one down. Do you think Thrustmaster will go the 737 style yoke into 787 one? I have no clue. I hope so, man. I hope so, dude. Yeah. Watching V1 can get very expensive. I mean, most real pilots, like I said, dude, They're one of the few people that can afford this type of stuff, no problem, right? I mean, the guy's making probably what, a 6-figure salary, plus he's streaming and making revenue off streaming, donations and memberships and stuff. It makes sense, right? This is who those types of products cater to, right? There ain't too many people, like I said, man. Like, if you think about his setup, like, just his throttle, his tiller, and his side stick or his yoke, you're up to like $3,000. No, $4,000. That's crazy, dude. No, thank you, not for me. So you wouldn't get one yourself? No. No, thank you. It would be cool, but I wouldn't have a use for it, man. I wouldn't want to fly like with a GA style yoke, flying a 737 or flying a 777 or something like that, or 787. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the PC being a couple grand, absolutely, that's kind of normal. Yeah. When are we going back to X-Plane? Great question, Dan. Hey Gab, have a great flight and landing. Can't watch most of the stream, have to get to work tonight, but I can watch later during the break. Sounds good, Nick. Hope you have a great evening, man. And he gets promoted, so he probably gets some at no charge, just an assumption. Yeah, for sure, some of the stuff he gets, absolutely, yeah, of course. You promote them in hopes that like 1 or 2 or 3 people are gonna, buy them and stuff. Yeah, no, not for me, man. I don't need anything like that, right? For me, I don't need a force feedback yoke that replicates what it's like to fly in the real world. I don't fly in the real world. Just give me my Thrustmaster pendular yoke system. This thing is by far the best thing that I've ever felt and flown with, so that's all I need, man. I did buy the Airbus side stick $500 when all said and done. I mean, that's not too bad, Cam. It's still quite expensive considering you could buy the whole Thrustmaster Airbus Captain pack twice for that. But yeah, I think that's all you need for most of us, right? Okay, did that now. Now the issue is lagging and stuttering while landing. Again, 777, I have no clue, man. I don't know what your system specs are. I don't know what your computer... I don't know, man.
Hey, Captain.
Hey.
Do you ever experience burnout from streaming flight sim all the time? And if so, how do you deal with it? Happy flying.
Thanks for your support, man. Appreciate you, dude. I think having a schedule that allows me to have a couple days where I can just like walk away from the simulator, right? That's big, so I give myself back-to-back days so that I could kind of take 2 days away from the simulator, and then that usually is enough time to get me hungry again to come back and fly. Going away for a week or 2 every year as well, clearing my head for a little bit. I don't think I've ever really had any burnout yet, just because there's been so much content, right? Maybe now, I think maybe the content has gotten a little bit stale with the lack of aircraft, right? There's definitely been a lack of aircraft over the last year, and at some points it just feels super repetitive flying this A320 or flying the 737 around all the time. Now that we've got the A300, we're adding that to the mix. We've got the 777 coming out now, probably within any one of the couple of weeks coming up. We've got a new simulator coming this year as well. 2024 is going to be a big year, I think. I hope, fingers crossed. But yeah, no burnout yet. Things are about to get really exciting in 2024. I think so, man. 2024, 2025, Skyworker. I think this year and next year are going to be the 2 biggest years. Obviously, I think this year, because I think we're going to get a lot of those aircraft that we've kind of been waiting for. I think there's going to be probably, I would say, 5 to 6 major releases this year. You're talking PMDG 777, MD-11, maybe some other stuff that's being worked on. I think this year will definitely be a big one, but I also think next year as well, because next year, I think once 2024 has been out for a couple months, I think that it's really going to come into its own, and then I think you're going to start to see, Phoenix will probably have something else out, all kinds of other stuff. I think it'll be good. This year, next year, I'm definitely in it. Yeah. Fly-by-wire Neo now 2? What do you mean? Oh yeah, you're right, with the new cockpit. Yeah, definitely a complete viable option to fly again. Yeah. Any updates from Phoenix on the IEs? Nothing. No. Reg, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. 737-800 is stale as a mofo, if I'm being honest. Yes and no. I don't mind the 7.3. But obviously with the A300 out now, I definitely want to go back to the A300 and do some stuff, yeah. Yeah, absolutely will. Sorry, yeah. I know you're not a fan of Flight Factor, but the 777 V2 is finally progressing. Worth taking a look at in the forums. A heavy Boeing combined with XP's flight dynamics should be a match made in heaven. So Roderick, my big thing, man, with this is how much that aircraft is going to cost. You know, if that aircraft released for X-Plane 11, I could probably see it at being like $90, $100. I think now with the current state of X-Plane and just the lack of users and the user base has diminished so much since the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator 3.5 years ago. I just see this airplane pricing out so many people, man. Being an aircraft, also, if I really got to chime in here, I don't trust X-Plane on long hauls unless this aircraft has an autosave feature, which it probably won't. I don't think any of the Flight Factor airplanes have an autosave feature. I really don't trust X-Plane to do any type of long haul, man, and I'm talking like, you know, 7, 8, 9 hour flights. I really don't trust X-Plane in anything more than like a transcontinental from LA to New York or something. I always get problems in X-Plane. Almost every long haul that I can remember on X-Plane over the last couple of years has resulted in a crash or something. I've used the AnyBuilds autosave feature on the 310. We used the Tollus 340 autosave feature, so I don't know, man. I just think the price is going to be too ridiculous, and I think it's going to come out after the PMDG 777, and it's just going to become almost obsolete as soon as it releases. I've said in stream before, I'm expecting on the low end minimum $130 for that airplane. $129.99 USD. That's the minimum that I think. I actually think they could go as high as $149.99. And that's scary to me. I don't know, man. So even though X-Plane does have a better flight model, having inaccurate real-world weather and poor cloud formations is an immersion killer for me. And again, to be honest with you, like, the only thing that I really prefer about X-Plane's flight model is just how heavy everything feels. You can make that happen in Microsoft Flight Simulator by adjusting your sensitivity curves and your reactivity. You can make airplanes feel really heavy. Like, I've made the A300 feel heavy with my current settings, and that's -40 on the sensitivity, 2% dead zone, 10% reactivity, and that thing requires me to almost move my entire column, like my yoke, almost all the way back on my motion, so almost 45 degrees back to get the nose to rotate off. Other than that, obviously the ground friction as well. Yes, the ground friction is better, but I don't know, man. I don't fly in the real world. I'm probably never going to fly in the real world. I'm never going to fly a 737 or an A300 or a 7.5. So for me, that's just super subjective, and it's just, it comes down to like, okay, well, yeah, the flight model is different in Microsoft, but it doesn't mean that one is insanely better than the other. It just means that it, like a new simulator that you get into, it needs some tweaking. You got to get used to it, right? You have to understand how it works. I don't know, though. That's just me. About the 737-700 and 800 for around 130. Yeah, probably even less, to be honest. Yeah. What's the occasion for the After Dark tonight? Kyle, what's up, man? This is the new schedule, dude. It started almost, I think we've been doing this for about 3 months now. Thursday evenings, man. I do Thursday afternoon and Thursday evenings now. A couple months we've been doing this. Yeah. And MSX the Clues 747 felt real heavy. Well, no. Like, to me, the AnyBuilds A300 flies exactly the way it does in X-Plane, in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't really notice a difference between the two. They fly almost identical. It has that weight, it has that, like, heavy, like, you know? Yeah. Matthew, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Oh, man, guess I'm out myself being MIA. You're good, dude. You're good, man. It's been busy, dude. Holidays, you know? What's the flavor of the evening? Gelato mint. Gelato mint. Anyone else had issues with the A300 not tracking on nav? Once in a blue moon, it goes wonky for me and it won't pick up the course. I don't know. I flew it for 2 weeks straight. I really didn't notice any issues. They got the A300 right. I agreed it has the mushiness of the real jets. To me, they fly identical. They're, especially after they updated and stuff. So, what do you think about the World Update 15? I'm just now seeing it. Good, Bomb Tech. I don't know, man. Finally taking care of the Caribbean. Some more water masts and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. They did a Biscoff flavor. They got biscotti flavor 12 cut. That's a real big strain. They got gelato strains. Like I have one right now. It's called Gelato 33. It's, man, if I could only like have it in my special inconspicuous jar. Who's gonna make the first like smell test thing where I can like put a smell up to my microphone and you guys can smell it. Hear that, chat? Hear that? It's full of goodness. I wish I could describe this smell to you right now. Creamy, earthy, funky, a little bit of skunk. But super like sweet and earthy. Man, this stuff is fire too, dude. Fire. Show you? No. You smoke flower? Of course. I love flower. Flower is my favorite, dude. I thought you didn't roll with flour? Of course I do, man. Absolutely I do. In the UK, it describes illegal, and if it were legal, it would be taxed like, of course, yeah. Asphalt Professor, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Andre, celebrating 18 months. Says, hey, Cap, 18 months. Enjoy the flight. Not much time currently to watch your streams. Busy with university exams. No worries, man. No worries, dude. Huge enough floodies to you, man. I hope life's going well. Hope school's going well, and hopefully we're back to normal sooner than later, man. I heard Biscoff earlier. I saw Stroopwafel coffee in Walmart. Kind of sounds good. What's that RealTurb, cat? And do you recommend it? Nicola put exclamation point RT. Yeah, I would say it's nice. It adds definitely adds a little bit more realism to the flights. Yeah. I haven't really tested it out. We haven't flown in any like crazy weather yet. I've heard that you really, really notice it when you start flying through some like storms and stuff like that. Some heavy clouds and wind. You'll really start to notice it. Vaping, flowers, yeah. Yes and no, man. I just hate the cleanup, dude. That's what gets me, man. I've had flower vapes in the past and little like glass, pens and stuff, and I don't know, man. It's just so messy, Will. That's the problem, dude. And with how much I consume, how much I smoke daily, like, fuck, man. Spend more time cleaning it than using it. When you fly back to MBPV, we'd like to watch more Caribbean flights. I don't know. We'll have to see. Another good A300 flight, FedEx 1366. Vegas to John Wayne, 5,000 feet, 20-minute flight time. Damn, that'd be kind of cool. I wonder if that's one of those TAC routes that they have out there. Cleaning the PAX 1 was awful. I can only imagine. Yeah. Cleanup is annoying, but you get the raw flower experience without the smoke. True. You get all the flavors, right? Right, well, you get all those terps. I like terps. Sent you a pic of the coffee on Discord. Dude, they're coming out with biscotti everything, dude. I'm telling you, man. Stroopwafel. Chat. Stroopwafel. McCafe. Stroopwafel. $12.99 for 24 coffees. It's actually not bad. It's cheaper than getting them out. That's for sure. My only gripe with Microsoft is it feels like I'm flying on rails sometimes. And explain the aircraft feels alive and dynamic. Granted, it does look great, but man, it's a joy to fly. Koch Q4XP Koch. I agree, Roderick. Again, though, man, like I don't know what you have your like. Put your turbulence to realistic or medium, or get real cat turb or something like that, and turn that on, man, and you'll see. You know, it definitely comes alive. I've had probably some more of the spiciest approaches in Microsoft, especially when you add some crosswind and some stuff like that. We've had some wild approaches in Microsoft, man. One Stroopwafel? Wait, you have one right now, Dan? Don't lie to me. Cap, why don't you do some podcasts live on stream and like talk through the simulations of real life flights and speak to people who actually experience it? Could generate you a lot of interest. I don't know, man. Just do my flight sim stuff, dude. I don't know. How much Microsoft streams the ground textures at airports look like colored grass? I don't know. Even my streams? Is that what you're saying? Like, I don't know. There is no dull moment on approach with the MD-80 in Microsoft. I can vouch for that. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing more extreme than trying to land a Kodiak on 160 mile an hour winds in Microsoft. Flying on rails was an FSX problem, not a Microsoft problem. I can also agree with that. I definitely don't feel that in Microsoft, in this Microsoft 2020. I've never had that. Especially, like, I just feel like the world is so alive, especially if you have the turbulence set to, like, medium or realistic. Cap, you ever do a long haul in the 787 to Antarctica? I don't know. Yeah. Did you increase your sim settings when you got the frame gen mod? Nope, I kept everything the same, man. Kept everything at high end. That's it. Well, the default airports maybe TSC. I can't speak for that. I would agree that the default airports are atrocious in Microsoft 2020. Like, they're not good at all. Yeah. You'd love if someone did a DC-9 for Microsoft. I think in future, there's going to end up probably being like every aircraft that's... Because people are just going to end up making them, whether they're freeware, payware. The longer the simulator's out, the more likely we are to end up getting all kinds of, like, do you remember like FSX, man? FSX was out for so long. Do you remember some of the freeware aircraft that came for that? I mean, it was crazy, dude. You go on the AvSim forums and like people had like full-blown Q400s and it was crazy, man. DFW is unflyable in the newest updates, even with premium deluxe version. I mean, that airport to me, that's why I don't fly there. One, there's certain airports I just refuse to go to. That's one of them, and Charles de Gaulle. Those are probably the two worst airports in the sim. Yeah. Over 3 years, not one good 747. I mean, the default 747 is actually decent now, but yeah. Which is worse, the PMGG forums or the AvSim forums? I honestly don't spend too much time on the forums, Will. I wouldn't be the right person to ask for that, man. I've never really been, like, about that, dude. I don't know, man. I never understood why people would go onto the forums. Have I had conversations on the forums? Absolutely. I think there's some good that can come out of some forums, some great conversations that can happen on the forums. But for the most part, it's just a bunch of elitists, right? It's a bunch of keyboard warriors sitting there waiting for somebody to say something so they can just jump down their throat for being wrong or saying something out of context. That's how I look at both forums. I look at both of them kind of being like this, like, gentleman's old man's club where you say one thing or you step out of line or you do this. It's just, yeah, I've never really taken part in them, man. I was pretty active on the X-Plane forums, but that's because that's where you used to download all the add-ons for X-Plane were on the xplane.org forum. That's where you would download everything from. So I spent a lot of time on the X-Plane forums, and yeah. Prefer the 1-200 variants old school. There you go. Huh. Charlotte Douglas V2 for Microsoft FSDT seems to be pretty good. Yep, I've got that one. It is decent, for sure. Yeah, their Houston Intercontinental is also pretty good. Yeah. Don't forget to sign your post with your SSN and mother's maiden name. Yeah, Again, I don't understand that type of stuff. Well, I don't know if they're trying to like build some type of like family, if that was like the outlook on it, but it ends up just like almost looking like some type of like cult thing or something like that, you know? Feel bad for FS Expo team. Hopefully they can work something out. I'm sure they will, Brian. I'm sure they will. If you read the posts and the updates that they've been putting out, it sounds like this is something that happens in Vegas all the time. Events get switched or events get canceled. It's June. It's the middle of June in Vegas, so it's not you know, it's not the most desirable time to host a big type of expo thing. So I'm sure we'll be perfectly fine, man. I'm pretty sure the reason why they haven't announced that they have something new booked is probably just because the price. Obviously, the Tropicana was going to be the cheapest in all of Vegas, I would assume. So I don't think they're going to have an issue finding another hotel. Yeah. Do you need a very good computer to play this game? It definitely helps, Igor, yes. You don't need to have like the biggest and best and 4090s, but it definitely helps if you do have those. Hello, Captain Crew. Just got to my son's BMX practice, stopping in to give the thumbs up and have a safe flight. See ya, Joe. Take care, man. Have yourself a great evening, dude. Hanging out with the son. Appreciate you stopping by, man. He capping a Boeing. Do you have to turn off the auto throttle on approach? Yes. You usually want to fly manual throttles, Alex. Yes. It's not like Airbus. It will not. They will not. You don't keep the auto throttle on. Isn't there some kind of project in the works to make better airport services been discussed? Yes, it is coming, Dennis. Sim Update 15. It should be introduced, and with Microsoft 2024, it'll also be like very prominent. Yeah, it's I forget what it's called, but yes, you can basically, a community member will get all the assets to make an airport now. So they're basically going to have a bunch of like assets, like, you know, hangars, windows, ramps, like whatever, right? Taxi signs, taxiway, and users are going to be able to make airports now, and then you can submit it into Microsoft, and if they like it, it gets added into the base game, and it's called World Hub. Thank you, Greg. It's called World Hub. It's very similar, if you're used to the X-Plane side of things, it's very similar to their scenery gateway, where you can make a scenery, send it in to Laminar Research for them to look at it, and if they like it, it gets added into the simulator on like one of the updates. Yeah, so it could be really cool, man. You know, I think it has great potential to kind of fill the void for some of those airports that you know, aren't like major airports and wouldn't really generate enough interest from a third-party developer to make a payware airport, but they're still big enough to kind of like support, you know, some flights, some 737s, some A320s, some A220s and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I have to remember what it's called. Thank you again, Greg. World Hub. Have to remember that, because as soon as we think about it and start talking about it, my brain automatically defaults to X-Plane, and it goes to what the X-Plane one is called. So I have to remember Microsoft's is World Hub. Not Scenery Gateway, World Hub. I'll probably forget again, but you know me. Pretty exciting about the airports. Thank you for the answer. No worries, Dennis. Yeah, very exciting. Very exciting. I do agree, man. More so because there's so many talented people out in the community. And like I said, it just gives so many options, man. Like so many airports that, like, you know, somebody may not want to make it because they, you know, but they'll make it with the hopes that it gets put into the actual default game. Plus, it's pretty cool. Imagine making a scenery and like actually working on something and handing it into Microsoft and then being like, yep. And then it gets added to like the base game. That's pretty cool. Any updates on planes? Not that I'm aware of, man. No, I always tell people if you're super interested, join the Phoenix Discord, join the PMDG forums. That's going to be your first. That's where you'll find out about anything first. I don't have any internal contacts with Phoenix, PMDG, any of these developers. I have contacts with some people at Aerosoft and some people at AnyBuilds, but yeah. PMDG and Phoenix went off the map? No, not really, Mike. Phoenix more so than anything, yeah. I would say that PMDG has been pretty Pretty self-explanatory where they're at. Virtual sim still making scenery. Vertical sim, yes, he is, Cody. Yep. He just released one not too long ago. Oh yes, that's right. He's going to be releasing Clearwater coming up. That's going to be cool. Do some Allegiant ops into Clearwater. Right across the bay from Tampa Bay. I've flown into Clearwater before. Phoenix is hiding. I don't know what the hell they're doing, man. His Tampa for X-Plane is so nice. Have you seen his Tampa for Microsoft? It's even better in my opinion, Cody. Phoenix is just weeks away. Hey, Captain, been a while, been grinding a few hours, 102 in 2 months. Nice, man. Very cool. Good to see you, dude. His Provo is awesome. Yep, Provo scenery is great, right out of Salt Lake City. Weeks, not months. Months later. Dude, telling you, dude, this only happens in the flight sim world, Will. It's the only place you'll see this type of, like, behavior. It's just normal. Scientology land is in Clearwater, Florida. Really? I didn't know that. I spent a lot of time down there, man. Have you checked out Oz Hamilton? I don't think so. Maybe? I don't know. The months can be broken down into weeks. True. Yeah. Microsoft is 18 months in a year divided by 45 days in a month. Yeah, according to the developers, yeah. It's insane. I get why you are so against marketing hype these days. It's only going to get worse, man. Why do you think I just don't care anymore, Will? I legitimately, like, people are like, man, how do you just sit there and just like, hey, man, because I'm so used to it now. It's been 10 years of this for me as somebody who's been in the flight sim scene. It's been 10 years of broken promises and release dates that are just completely tarnished, and yeah. Late, so not sure if you've talked about already. Thoughts on FS Expo's status with the Tropicana dying in April? Yeah, we actually just spoke about it, Will. I don't know. I'm pretty sure everything's going to get figured out, Will. It's Vegas. If it was any other city, I might be a little bit nervous. It's Vegas. There's literally, you know, there's expo halls probably on every corner. I think it just comes down more to price, right? They don't want to get screwed over. They don't want to have to pay double, triple, quadruple what they were going to pay for the Tropicana. I think that's really just what it comes down to. Finding another venue that isn't going to cost them an arm and a leg. That's it. I'm pretty sure it'll get taken care of. I know that we're supposed to get an update sometime this weekend, so we'll hopefully get an update. Yeah. There are good casino hotels all over in the whole area, not just downtown Vegas. Yes, of course. Of course, of course. There's convention areas everywhere, man. They could literally go across the street, you know? They could go across the street to the Luxor. The Luxor has a huge exhibition hall and stuff, so. Best Western with 300-person occupancy? I don't know about that one. I think they should still hold it in the Tropicana after it closes. We can stay until they kick us out. Could you imagine, dude? Oh, boy. I mean, this, again, I spoke about this months ago when they announced that it was going to be held at the Tropicana. I said, there's no way in hell I'm sleeping at the Tropicana or staying at the Tropicana. That's one of the oldest hotels. That's why it's getting shut down and demolished. It's one of the oldest hotels on the Vegas Strip. Yeah. Went to Luxor back in the early 2000s. It was a bit of a letdown. It's a little bit weird inside, for sure. I've seen some videos and some pictures, but... Let's have Flight Sim Expo at a strip club. I don't know how that would work. Greg, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. It's crusty as heck, yeah. Several generations of bed bugs. You checking out the Sphere when you're in Vegas? Absolutely, we'll go check out the Sphere, man. For sure, yes. The Luxor is pretty C-tier on the strip resorts. listen, I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying that it's still a better option than the Tropicana, and it's across the street. So it wouldn't really change much as far as like where people would have to travel, what things would have to do. I'm not saying that it's an A-tier hotel or anything like that. It's definitely a step up from Tropicana, and it's literally across the street. So it would be the same travel times, a lot of the same stuff, right? That's just what I would throw out there. Went to the Stardust in Vegas, is one awesome old school casinos. Nice, very cool. I heard there's some ranches outside of town that you can stay at. Oh yes. I've heard there's some ranches as well. PMDG 777 release, I'm guessing summer 2024. No, it's already in beta, Phantom. I would say max, probably a month or two. I've always said I think it's going to release by the end of February. I think at least we'll have a release date by the end of February. We will know when it's coming out. Like, we're going to have an exact date, probably within a couple weeks. The upcoming Flight FX Honeywell Primus for the Station X should provide the groundwork for many new aircraft. E-Jet's Legacy Global Express, similar to Working Title and Garmin. Exciting stuff. Very cool, Rada. Very, very cool. Tropicana has a bad and toilet. It's good for me. Wait, what? It has a cool factor. I'll give it that. Yeah. You're staying at the Palace, Caesar. Herc, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. 777 is too much plane. I don't have the time to fly a large majority of the routes. And there are short routes on the 777, but yeah, it is more so known for longer hauls, yes. But I mean, dude, if I gotta be honest with you, like in Asia, there are so many like 1 to 1.5 hour routes on the 777. Same as in Japan, they have all kinds of 777 routes on like 45-minute flights. So there's all kinds of routes that you can do. Even in North America, man, there's some short flights on 777s just because it's high capacity routing and stuff. There's a lot of routes. You're just gonna have to learn a few, but there's a lot of routes that we can do, man. United does Miami to Chicago in a 777. That's a 2-hour flight. Yep, it's a good one. PMDG disappointed me. I don't want pictures of 2 buttons. Show me the whole cockpit. I agree with you on that one, Ashton. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Caesar's Palace is nice. I like the wind. Yeah, I don't know. We had 2 bags of grass, 75 pellets of mescaline, 5 sheets of high-powered blotter acid, and a salt shaker half full of cocaine, and a Thrustmaster yoke. Fucking love that movie, dude. It's such a great movie. Man, I haven't watched it in a while. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Down to do a nice long haul with a proper aircraft like a 777. It's gonna be fun, man. Yeah. New York to New Jersey. Fuck, man. God damn, that kid was annoying, dude. Holy shit. But I'm serious, okay? Next stream, you have to fly JFK to Newark in the biggest plane that you have. But I'm serious, okay? Why are you laughing? I'm serious, okay? Remember Delta's regular L1011 between flights between Atlanta and DFW? That was a sweet trip and a heavy. It'd be pretty cool. I don't know much about the L1011 though. There's a nice hotel area like 5 minutes away from the strip. I think it's called Grand View at Las Vegas. Pretty nice. I've left Dan to do pretty much all of the research. Listen, I'm gonna be going down with Thrustmaster, so I'm pretty much wherever Thrustmaster says this is where I'm staying in my hotel. That's where I'm staying, and that's my hotel. So I don't really have a lot of say in the matter. Now, if I wanted to stay somewhere, I'm sure they would probably accommodate me. But I just usually let them kind of take care of that. And this is where we're staying. Cool, thank you. Flown an L1011 from Atlanta to Honolulu back in the day. Oof. New Jersey to New York is something Will would do. Real pilot. What would the title be, Will? What would the title be of you taking the Captain Sim 777 from JFK to LaGuardia? What would the title be? PMDG 777 switches are sexy. Just need to see a cup of Florida natural orange juice with pulp in the cup holder to be sold. Be a good one. Be real good. You were a first flight engineer on the L10. That's pretty cool, Prime. Damn. A220 releases in 2024, possible or not? I think not. I think so. I think so, but I think towards the end of the year, probably after 2024 comes out. Have you tried the Just Flight BAE in my X-Plane days, not in Microsoft Flight Simulator? I've used it in X-Plane. Have a great flight. Cheers, everyone. Sim Famous, thanks for coming to hang out, dude. Appreciate it. Where did JFK to Newark come from? There was somebody that was adamant that I had to do it. We would all tune to JFK LaGuardia touch and go circuit. Oh man. It would be like when we were on VATSIM. Remember we were on VATSIM and we did Saint Martin to, and we all got kicked off the network. Saint Martin to Saint Bart's and back, remember? But we did it all on the VATSIM network and it was just, man. MD-11 was supposed to be released in January and now I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I was supposed to get a review copy sometime in January, but hopefully they're working on it. Do you know who runs Indie Builds? They're turning into the godfather of plane add-ons. Do I know the guys that run it? I do. Yeah, I know the CEO. I have direct communication with the CEO. I speak to him quite often. Check in and ask him what's new and what's going on. IRL, they do those ferry flights now and then. There's a funny video of Vast Aviation where Delta CRJ-900 flying from JFK to LaGuardia, and they flew VFR and everyone was like, what the fuck? I believe it. JFK to Newark, heavy Xbox controller. Who wouldn't watch that? True. Very true. Timmy, thank you very much for the Euro donation. Huge no floaties to you, Timmy. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. First super chat on live stream. Thank you. You did Newark to Montreal. It's a good flight. Yeah, it's a good one. MD-11 would be good if it wasn't bound so hard by the mouse and scroll, even to get the left click, right click. Interesting. I think I've seen that video as well. Mike Jones once tried to get you to do a landing challenge at Lukla on VATSIM. Jesus. It's a good way to get disconnected. Try it. Sim Famous, thanks so much, man, for your first class subscription. Appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. Appreciate you, man. Thanks so much. Any plans on flying the AN225 anytime soon? Probably not, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe, but probably not. There we are, chat. I would say we're past halfway at this point. What time is it in the simulator? I wanted a sunset arrival. When is sunset? Oh, sunset's going to happen soon. Okay. We definitely got to roll that back to like 4 o'clock. Just took off out of Houston. Nice. Interesting song. Has been an interesting playlist, to be honest with you. This song is called The Vibe by the Thompson Town Flowers. Slaps. Sim Famous, thanks so much for your support, man. I appreciate you. And Timmy, thank you for the Euro donation. Appreciate it, my friend. Doing a flight from Miami to Toronto. Weather isn't looking pretty in the 6. Uh-oh. Is it cloudy? Raining? How do you find RealTurb? So far, so good, Retro. I feel like I'm going to need probably like a week or two flying with it to notice any real differences. I haven't really flown it into any crazy weather as well. I've heard that when you fly it into storms and stuff, gusty, really gusty conditions, that's where you really start to notice it, so. I'm looking forward to the DC Designs C5 Galaxy. I think it would be pretty cool to fly some reach flights in it. There you go. Cool. Remember, guys, if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up. Do you think we can hit 200 likes on this stream? I think there's 200 of us watching right now. So So if you haven't done that, that would be absolutely awesome. Appreciate everybody being here and hanging out. Probably snowing in TO. Hope they don't call the army. Oh. Gotta go. Good night. See you tomorrow. The window. Take care, my friend. Thanks for coming to hang out. We're at 126 likes. Oof. Chat. Can we get to 200? Get to 200. We're flying into St. Martin. Almost forgot the thumbs up. Hit it 4 times just to make sure. Nice. I'm still doing FedEx ops in the A300. It's such a fun plane to fly. Yes, I would agree. We're going to fly that next week again back in the US. Do some cargo ops. Do they fly like that cargo plane down to the Caribbean and stuff? That would be cool. Doing some cargo ops from, I don't know. Where would they take that? Memphis to like, Memphis to Jamaica or something like that? Be pretty cool. Gaps, is it worth to get X-Plane 12? It's up to you. It's really up to you, man. I think if you're asking me which one I would prefer within Microsoft or X-Plane, I'm probably going to pick Microsoft 9 out of 10 times. Again, it completely depends what you're looking for in your flight sim, right? If you don't care about visuals and you're just going for, you know, pilot training and proficiency and stuff like that, I would say maybe go with X-Plane. But like 9 out of 10 of us, if visuals are a huge thing and you want to be kind of immersed in the world that you're flying in, I would say go with Microsoft. What do you think about release date for Phoenix update? It's got to be soon. I don't know, Jacob. I would think so, man. But I think they're what, 3 months late on their own release date now. So winds in Toronto 3106, 6 mile visibility, broken. It's raining, scattered at 700, overcast at 17. Yeah. Next sim update is going to be, what's the next sim update? Oh, sim update 15. Yeah. I think UPS does BPI to TJSJ in the 300. That'd be kind of cool. What happened when you guys were doing St. Martin to St. Bart's? What was wrong with it? There was like 75 of us on VATSIM, all in little GA planes, going absolutely crazy. Bluebird showed some pretty cool previews with their FedEx 7.5. They did, yeah. Love the late night streams. Been working too much. Started missing you, Cap. Hey, good to see you, Trilly. Welcome back, man. 7th inning stretch time. Lemon cheesecake over here. What's the stretching on? Ooh, nice. We're on some gelato mint right now. I've got gelato mint. I've got grandma's pie, and I've got, forget what this one was called. And I've got some triple burger, which is GMO crossed with Donny burger. Yeah, gelato mint right now. Grandma's pie is good too. Actually, let's hit some grandma's pie. What do you think about the Indy Builds A350 come up before August? I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I don't know. I know they're hard working at it, but I don't know. Triple burger, yeah. Grandma's pie is nice, real smooth. Kind of like piney taste, but like that like pine sol. You know that like pine sol kind of chemical piney taste? It's nice. It's good terps. Will, thanks for support, man. Welcome back to business class. Huge enough floaties too. Sorry, welcome to business class. Not welcome back. Let's welcome Will, our newest member. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you. Huge enough floaties too, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We should get some vintage long haulers. I mean, I'm pretty sure things like that will happen. Retro. I think right now, a lot of people are really trying to get some modern stuff out. Yeah. The other Will. I told me down for a UPS DC-8. That'd be kind of cool. Winds are 250 at 5 knots. Few at 2,000. 27 degrees. Beautiful weather, chat. 250 at 5. So we are going to be landing with a tailwind, but a 5-knot tailwind. Be fine. Oh, you didn't hear the news, Was? Yeah, the next day Aerosoft came out and said that it was that there was a miscommunication from within, and the aircraft is actually going to be releasing for Microsoft 2020 and Microsoft 2024. There was a miscommunication. So the Aerosoft A330 is still releasing for Microsoft 2020. Now, they didn't say when. They could release it after Microsoft 2024 has been released, which I'm pretty sure is what they're going to do, because they never said like, oh no, the aircraft is still coming before Microsoft 2024 is released. They just said that it's releasing for Microsoft 2020 and Microsoft 2024. So my guess is I have no faith in Aerosoft anymore. I have no clue, man. Have you played SnowRunner, and have you, is any good cap? If you're into that type of stuff, Joey, it could definitely be a lot of fun. I don't know. I've never really been into that type of, yeah. I don't know. It's cool. It's fun. But I think you really got to be like into like kind of like mud sports and that type of stuff for that. Motocross and yeah. What does a cheap cart cost at a dispensary in Canada? Cheapest here in Arizona is 15 plus tax. Yeah, I think you probably get some for like 20 bucks, Sim Famous, something like that. 15 US is probably about 20 bucks Canadian, 19 Canadian. I would say about 20 bucks is the cheapest of the cheaps. I usually go for like the medium tier. $35, $40 is kind of where I'm paying for my carts. My gelato mint is 33 plus tax. Comes out to like $36, 35 bucks. The grandma's pie was a little bit more. This one was in the 40s. I think it was 41, 40.99 or something. We've got some of the carts on the higher end go for like 50, 55, 60. So yeah. Have you tried the Lemonberry Buzz by Tweed? Been using this the past week. Honestly, Joey, I kind of refuse to. I'm a little bit of a snob, Joey. You know that. When it comes to weed, man, I'm a little bit of a snob. Tweed is just, I don't know, dude. I never liked them from the very beginning. I tried a lot of their products when legalization first happened, and I found them to be extremely subpar. I haven't bought a Tweed product in probably 2 years. But that's just, yeah, I just, they were mediocre at best years ago, and they were trying to charge like just ridiculous prices. I do see them now that their prices are way back down to like normal, you know, $20 an eighth, $25 an eighth and stuff like that. How long does a cart last me? Depends, man. I've flown through carts, dude. So sometimes I could probably kill a cart a day, a 1 gram cart in a day, 2 days max. Like we were in California, I did, I think like almost 4 cartridges in 7 days, and that was with a bunch of flour as well. We smoked a crazy amount of flour. A 1 gram cart in a day? Oh yeah, I will. Like if I start smoking that in the morning, and I'm just smoking the cart and like we're out and about doing something, oh yeah, dude. I can absolutely destroy a 1 gram cart. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Quit for a month and get a 4090. I'm not saying I do one a day. I'm saying I can. For the most part, like they'll last quite a while, dude. Like I have 4 carts right here beside me. I have Grandma's Pie, Gelato Mint. I forget what this one is. I think this one's Cali something. I've got Cali something, and then I've got one in here as well. So that's 4. I've got 4 vape cartridges on the go. Dan goes, I've seen him destroy 1 gram carts. It's scary. I mean, not really, dude. Just a professional, you know? You guys forget how long I've been consuming. You guys also forget that like this is medicinal for me, right? Like you guys have no, like my back is so messed up. I don't think you guys truly understand that. Like it's bad. My worst is like a 1/2 gram in one night, and that's rare. Yeah, I would agree with you too, Will. Like I don't sit here every day and destroy a 1 I'm saying like at most that's what I could do. Most days I probably do 1/4 of a cart. Like a cartridge will last me like 3-4 days. You know what I mean? And that's mixing flour in with it, right? Yeah. Like I would say like I usually buy like a cart a week or something. It's usually, and then like you see right now, I have, you know, I have this one, the Gelato Man. Like, it's almost done. There's probably, I don't know, a sixth of a cartridge left in that. It's almost done. So, basically do a 1 gram card a week, and that's a lot for me. True. Yeah. I got the munchies. Yeah. Joey Diaz levels. I wouldn't say that much. I would say I probably consume 1/8 of flour a day and probably 1/4 of a cartridge. 1/8 of flour and 1/4 of a cartridge. I think that's a fair assumption. Maybe a little bit more than 1/8. I guess, again, it depends on the day. If I'm out at the farm, barely any. Right? But if I'm like here, if I'm here all day and I'm not streaming and I'm just like doing things around the house, yeah, probably 1/8 of flour and 1/4 of a cartridge would be fair. Gap, a great spot for planes to watch in Montreal. If you, of course, if you already don't know, cool. Yeah, maybe if they send me a message on Discord or something. Grow it in the farm? Nah, man, you can't. You're allowed 5 plants per person. So I could grow 10 plants. But like, you know how, like, I don't want to grow outdoor, Will. Like, if I want to grow, I want to grow properly, man. Like, I want it, you know. I want to grow, and like, growing proper is very difficult. It's a literal full-time job almost. Like growing the weed that like I like to smoke, like the high class stuff. Dude, you should see this stuff that I got. Like, man, can I show stuff on like, I don't, this stuff that I got, it's literally magazine weed. Like, I don't even think you understand. Like, hold on, let me show this. How do I? Let me go to this cam. Can you guys see this? Hold on. Zoom in. Focus. Focus. I'm trying to get it so it... Like, it's... It's, yeah, it's, this stuff's insane, dude. Black Rain. Hold on, I could probably even get a video. Hold on. I have a video because I sent it to Mopar. That's how I know. That's how I know I can show you guys a video of this right now. Where is that video? Yeah, can I go full screen? Okay, hold on. Let me download. Let me play. It almost looks fake. It's so good. Oof. It's crazy, like magazine style weed. What's it taste like? That one's San Fran Valley OG crossed with candy something. It's really good. 31.5% THC. Terpenes are limonene, carafline, myrcene, humulene, and selena. Diene, beta-pinene, linalool. I don't know, it's got an insane amount of terps. But it's like pure heaven. It's absolute fire. Yes. Captain Will with a $20 dodo says fire. Huge floaties to you, man. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. It is, man. It is, yeah, that's the special stuff, you know? Not my cup of tea. Hey, man, not for everybody, dude. I always explain it the best way that I've been able to explain it to family that doesn't understand it is I said the same way that you go to the liquor store or you go to the when you go and you purchase a certain type of wine because it tastes good, or a certain type of craft beer, it's the same thing when it comes to weed. I hate beer, I hate wine, not a fan at all, but I absolutely love weed. And I totally understand how some people, for them, not their thing, right? They don't like it, they're not interested in it at all, and I totally understand that. But to me, it's the same as somebody that wants to go and spends $100 on like a port wine or like a super fancy reserve from like 2015. You know what I mean? The best SFOG smells like a towel you left on the floor for a day or two. Yep. Dank, dingy, dirty. I always kind of like refer to it as grandma's basement. It has that certain like funk to it where it's like grandma's attic or grandma's basement or something. You know what I mean? I don't like the fog you get from smoking pot. I completely agree, man. I agree, Joe. Like I said, yeah, it's definitely not for some people, man. It's definitely not. But to me, like I said, at the same, to me, the way that I view it, there's no difference between somebody that wants to go get a nice bottle of red wine, white wine, a port, something, you know, a nice scotch, you know, a double-aged barrel, whatever scotch, you know, like it's the same thing when it comes to weed, man. There's the same flavors, there's terpenes, there's so much to it, you know. Yeah. Do you know where I can get a cookies cartridge? Yeah, they should have them everywhere. Joey, send me a message on Discord and I'll give you this link. I have this website and you just search for whatever strain and it shows you. You search for like cookies and it'll show you every dispensary in Ottawa and it'll show you all the prices. It's really cool. Yeah. This was so cool. When I was young, pot was illegal and more, and home computers didn't exist. The good old days are now. Absolutely, John. Absolutely, man. It's I'm glad that like we're at a day and age where, well, not all countries are on board with this, but I feel like most countries and most states and provinces are starting to get on board and realize that marijuana is far less harmful than we've been led to believe. And you know, in my personal opinion, cigarettes, alcohol, all of those things are far worse than cannabis and marijuana and anything that is to do with that. Now, of course, that's my opinion, but yeah. Weed objectively not as harmful as alcohol. Unfortunately, I'm one of those guys who gets paranoid and freaked out, so craft beer it is. Absolutely, Brendan. I totally hear you, man. I've had great friends throughout my life, and we've always, you know, been smoking together, and all of a sudden, you know, they get into their 20s and they're, you know, and exactly like you said, they've just had to, like, you know, for whatever reason it is, they've just had to, like, you know, step away from it. You still respect it, man. Still respect it, dude, you know? Pot is a gateway drug to flight simming. They go hand in hand quite well, John. Yeah, they do indeed, my friend. Got my medical card here in Florida. I like it so much more than drinking. Absolutely, Dan. 100%, dude. I had my medical card, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago. When weed became legal, it was just easier of a process to go to the dispensary and just get it legally, you know, recreationally, than it was to go through the process of getting it medically and having to go see a doctor every year and having to get a new prescription every year. It's just a pain in the ass, right? When you could just go to the dispensary and buy it by just the same amount that you wanted to. They've changed the rules over the years, obviously, and recently, actually, as of last month, well, this month, January, are we into February yet? Yes, we're into February. Last month in January, I actually went and got my medical card again, just because they've changed the rules on it and it's a little bit more beneficial to have your medical card. You get to order directly through the producers now, through the licensed producers. So when I order, I can order directly through like the grower now. So all of the proceeds go. It's cheaper for me as well. I don't have to pay the inflated price from the dispensary trying to make 20 or 30%, right, on top of it. So there's quite a few benefits to it. So it's pretty cool. What else would you do a cruise? Well, my landings have changed since I quit stretching. Are they better or are they worse? The thing is, no judging. I don't smoke, nor do I drink, or nor do I tell you what to do and what not to do. If you're going to make you feel good and what makes you happy, then I'm happy with it. Well, that's exactly it, man. And for me, like I said, Canadian, for me, it's been, you know, it's been kind of like more like a medical thing for quite a while now. I just don't want to take, like, you know, even aspirin and stuff like that for like my back, or Tylenol, or I just don't like the idea of putting a pharmaceutical in my body every day when I can just consume a plant that grows, that I can grow, or friends can grow. Do you know what I mean? For me, it's just, I don't know. It's always been a thing. And fuck, it's been, I don't even know how many years now. Probably going on like 20 years. It's sad how people aren't responsible and give it a bad reputation. I mean, you're always going to have that, right? You have that with alcohol, right? You have alcoholics. You have people that drive drunk and kill people. You're always going to have people that are going to be that 1% that are always going to be, you know, the reason why certain things shouldn't be the way that they are. But I think for the most part, just the way that marijuana has been, especially over the last, you know, especially in the 60s, 70s, 80s, the war on drugs and Nixon and all the, you know, the hippies, devil's lettuce and all this shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's all crazy, man. It's all crazy. At one point, doctors would prescribe heroin back in the 1800s and early 1900s. Absolutely, man. Yeah. What do y'all think with this RealTurb situation? Worth the cost? Ask me in about a week, Will. Sorry if I missed another question. Ask me in about a week or two. That would be my honest opinion. Yeah. Give me a little bit more time with it. Let me fly in some weather. Hopefully we can pick up some weather over the next week or so. Cap, do you like the 787 or the 787 800? 800 or 900? I like them both. The war on drugs and the CIA was bringing it to America just to make money. I mean, it's all... It's yeah. Alcohol's the devil, and when done too much, that I can admit to. Absolutely it is. Yeah. That depends. 49 whiskey. I I don't necessarily think that there's anything wrong with that. Right? So, what the hell are we listening to right now? This is supposed to be a reggae playlist. That was not reggae, but that's okay. LAX full AI traffic, maxed out settings, getting 80 plus FPS. 49 is unreal. Nice, dude. Very cool. Very, very cool. Absolute Bollywood Caribbean vibes, my guy. Something was going on there. Yeah. Is the Kiro 787 still good? I mean, I don't know, dude. It's a freeware mod. It's not like it's bad or anything, but I like how the descent into Saint Martin is so late. It's not necessarily so late. It's just a continuous descent right in, right? Doesn't really mess around. It's a nice approach, though. I like it. You ready for the A220? I think we're still quite a ways away from it, but yes, I'm excited for it for sure. Can you import SimBrief routes to the default 747? Yeah, you've been able to do that for a while, Ashton. Yeah, you just have to link your SimBrief. My good friend Chewy94 has a great video on YouTube. If you search Chewy94, CHEWWY94, he's got a great video about how you link your SimBrief account with your default 747, default 787. Flew the Fokker 28 today, and the amount of discontinued VOR stations almost makes it unflyable. Kind of sad. Damn, that does suck. You start your descent quite late comparing to radar environments, like when coming into YU over Boston Center. Yeah, of course, yeah. Chew's been doing long-haul flights in the default 747. Has to be improved somewhat. Yeah, absolutely. When is the descent? 115 miles. 115 miles. We currently still have an 80 knot tailwind, still 540 on the ground speed. So I would say top of descent is probably in about 15 minutes. 15 minutes or so. Live right by the airport, Cap, and in the winter the engines on jets make a weird whining noise. I guess it's because of the cold. Could be the engines as well, right? The A220 departing sounds like a little bit of a wail. It's crazy. Saw there was a small plane crash into a mobile home park in Clearwater tonight. That's not good. We sent a number of people in their 20s and 30s to hospice for alcohol abuse. Kind of shocking. It's wild, man. Yeah. What plane you flying this weekend? Probably this bad boy. Mike is going to stay in the 737 for the rest of the weekend. We may fly the 700. I haven't flown the 700 in a long time, so we might dust off the 700. Probably not, though, because we are flying in Europe for the rest of the week. I wanted to fly some TUI jet. Somebody was saying we should go Rotterdam to Innsbruck. So we may do that on Saturday. Rotterdam to Innsbruck. I'm going to look afterwards if that's a real flight. Yeah. Do you do any prime air flights? We have Spur. Yeah, we've done a few of those ops here on the channel. A220s, A320neos with the Pratt & Whitney 1000, the Embraer E2s all have that whining noise. Yeah. I felt the rumble of the cargo jet 76 when it took off on 25. Could hear that too. The bird is loud. Yeah, those are those old engines too. Yeah, you're right. Hooters Air. That was fun, man. We flew that for our 69,000 sub celebration. That was a good one. I haven't had dinner yet. Not that hungry. Not hungry.
Cheers.
Ah, this guy, man. Brendan Beery dropping the $100 donation. Guys, could we please get some no floaties and with yous in chat? Mr. Brendan Beery, thank you very much, Brendan. That is unbelievably kind. Thank you very much, my friend. Please get some love in chat, guys, from Mr. Brendan Beery. And we got Forceptor as well, dropping 5 gifted members. My man. Huge no floaties to you as well, dude. Unbelievably kind. Thank you, guys. Seriously. Got to add Brendan up onto the leaderboard as well. Thank you very much, Brendan. Appreciate you, my man. And of course, Forceptor, thank you very much for the 5 gifted members. Chat, if you just got a gifted membership from Forceptor, please make sure you say thank you. Unbelievably kind as well. Forceptor, thank you very, very much, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Both of you guys. There we go. Thanks so much, my man. Where are you flying to? We are flying to Saint Martin. Montego Bay is laggy? Nah, I don't think so, man. $78 miles to top of descent, chat. Let's go ahead and start setting up some fun stuff here. We're going to come all the way down here. We're going to go to our legs page. We're going to grab runway 10. Go to our fix page, throw that into there, go /5/10/15. Good. We are then going to start programming some other stuff here as well. We're going to go to our descent page. We're going to forecast our descent winds. We're going to grab that from our ACAR system. Puttering, what's up, mate? Good to see you. My ask X-Plane or Microsoft if I'm going to return playing. I mean, personally, I would go with Microsoft. I just think there's more to offer and more bang for your buck if you just buy the default simulator. If you purchase X-Plane, you're going to require to, you're going to spend a lot of money on add-ons to make it kind of look the way that you want it to do and fly the way you want it to do. Don't you saw this morning's stream, but I got to say I had to show appreciation and join the channel. Helping me a lot, filling my days until I can go back to flying. Thanks a lot. Hey, man, no worries, dude. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. And I'm glad we're able to give you some entertainment, man. You're able to have some fun and hang out here. Weather for 10:15. Nice and calm today, chat. Should be good. Be a nice arrival. 10:15, beautiful. We've got our descent winds in there. Go to our progress tab. You can see here top of descent is in 67 miles, 66 miles now. Puttering, my man, up into first class. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for support. Appreciate you as well, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome aboard, man. Yeah, but listen, at the end of the day, I think if you're going to get into flight sim and you want to treat it as a hobby and you want to treat it as a then I would definitely do your own research on it, because like I said, man, everybody is going to use the simulator for a different reason, right? Everybody's going to use the sim for a different reason. Chat, what? Where is that? San Juan. TJSJ. Puerto Rico. Puttering becoming a member and then Puttering gifting 5 members to the channel. Huge no floaties to you, Puttering. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dude. Appreciate you. Those clouds out there, chat. Nice. Haven't seen clouds in a while. Detroit. Nice. That's Detroit? I remember diverting there. Yeah, chat. We're not flying into St. Martin. We're going to Detroit. It's been a while since I've been here. I remember me and the Smitty had a little bit of a fight over donos. Puttering, thank you, man. I appreciate you, dude. Welcome back, dude. Welcome back, and thank you for your support. $47 miles till top of descent, John. About 5 minutes or so. Feels so relaxing doing a night flight. It is, man. Night flights are okay. I don't mind them. For stream purposes, they're obviously not the best. Just YouTube compression kind of just kills it, so. ETC active for landing. I do not see any ETC online. No, unfortunately. Unfortunately, no ETC online. Excuse me. Will, my man, gifting 10 members to the channel. Also just becoming a member today. Thank you, dude. That's incredibly kind. Will, huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very, very much for the support. Puttering with the 5 gifted members as well and becoming a member. Forceptor with the 5 gifted members previous to that as well. We had Will dropping the $20 donation as well. You guys are crazy, man. Seriously, thank you all very, very much for support. I truly do appreciate that. That's incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Huge no floaties, man. Thanks, guys. If you did get a gifted membership, please make sure you say thank you in chat. If you're not here to say thank you, that's okay, but incredibly kind. I know some of those people are probably sleeping, like Captain Grease. I don't even want to know what time it is in Greece right now for him. Probably like next day. Still kind of bad about the fact that I have to get to 1,000 hours to get the 7.3 in the world of airports is type rated to 350, 250 hours. Safety reasons, 1,000 to 7.3 looks safer to me. Also take it as a grain of salt, Canadian. Like I said, man, I'm not here to argue with people. I'm not here to you know, I don't know, man. I find it a little bit suspicious that he said he's at 250 hours flying the 350, but hey, man, things can happen, obviously, but like I always say, you're on the end. If I had a nickel for every time somebody came in here and they told me they were a real world pilot flying a 350, 787, 747s, fuck it, I could retire. I'd be so rich I could retire, my man. So again, how many of those people are actual real pilots? most people aren't going to come in here if they're a real pilot. The thing that I've learned speaking and dealing by doing this for as many years as I have now, most real pilots aren't going to come into chat and tell you that they're a real pilot. That's like what I've gathered. They'll maybe reach out to me in a DM and be like, hey man, I fly this in the real life. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Love your streams, blah, 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 blah. That's most of my real pilot acquaintances that I've met like through doing this. Most people don't come in here and they're like, I fly an A350 with 250 hours. You know, so like I said, I'm not throwing any shade at the guy. For all we know, he could be a 350 pilot. I'm just saying, yeah, just be very careful with what you believe when you read it on the internet, right? Yeah. Now that being said, there are some real pilots. I'm not doubting that at all. But yeah, that's kind of just Mark. I'm real pilot here, 4,300 hours. Oh man, top of descent, 13 miles. Chat. What are we intercepting at for the RNAV? I think it's 1,700 feet. We'll go 2,600 initially, just so we can take it all the way down. We'll probably hand fly it from there. To be honest, I like to hand fly this approach, but we'll go 2,600 on the initial descent. And we're looking good. I am going to slightly roll back our cost index as well. So we're going to index, go to performance. Cost index is set to 100. I'm going to roll that back to like 35 for descent, and I'll execute that. Good. And then we go back to our progress page, and you can see here, we should be starting our descent now. Yes. Although it says we're way above profile, probably because I changed our cost index. So that's fine. We are descending. I'm going to throw out a little bit of ground spoiler now, which is going to help with the descent process. We've somehow got ourselves 4,000 feet above profile now, so. Hey Captain, what do you think of the people who use aimbot and wall hacks in Warzone? Makes the experience less enjoyable. Yeah, that's not fun at all for anybody. That's not fun for anybody, man. I don't understand how winning a game or playing with an aimbot or a wall hacks makes it interesting. Yeah. V1 flight tickets in black box are real pilots. Most of the rest are full of, yeah. Like I said, man. I'm not doubting that there aren't real pilots out there, but yeah. There's like textures added into here. I've never noticed that. I wonder if that's just the livery. Textures added into there like that. Crop duster pilot here. Nice. Been watching you for years, Cap. Happy to give back. Keep cruising, my dude. Appreciate your respect on flights in. Hey, man. Well, thank you, dude. I truly do appreciate that, man. That's unbelievably kind. And we have Travis as well, dropping 5 gifted members. Travis, did I get to you? If not, thank you, man. Appreciate you as well. Unbelievably kind. 5 gifted members. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you again, dude. I really do appreciate that, man. Space shuttle pilot here. Absolutely. Yeah. Looks like 4DP textures. Yeah, I'm thinking that's coming from the livery because I don't remember seeing that. And I'm thinking PMDG probably would have had a little bit better than that as a placeholder. Is it on this side too? It is on this side. It's just a little bit weird. There's like a, yeah, probably with the livery. Boat pilot here. Nice. Oh man. Q8 I think has his PPL, Will. I don't know if he's current though, but he has held the PPL. I mean, Jeff Faviano as well held the PPL, right? So Antonov Chief Pilot here. 797. Ooh, that's the new one. That's in testing, right? It's not even out yet. That's the best one, man. So much for Block 2 and the Phoenix A320 being measured in weeks, not months, eh? They keep shooting themselves in the foot, don't they, Jack? It's pretty wild, man. Pretty wild, dude. Round 2 of shooting themselves. I don't know, man. Like I said, and like I try and explain to everybody, this is why I don't get excited anymore. I don't not get excited because like I'm bitter and I'm just like, trying to be like a Scrooge, you know what I mean? I literally just don't care anymore because this is just common practice. I believe it and I get excited for something when I see like a buy now or when I see like my favorite streamers like Matt, you know, Chewy, Matt streaming it, or you know, one of the other guys streaming it. That's when I start getting excited. Do you know what I mean? when I know that I'm going to be able to fly it, I'm going to be able to purchase it, that's when I get a little bit more excited. Yeah. I'm a real A420 captain. A, nice. LOL, fly a plane. I have 12,000 hours in space shuttle. Phoenix mentioned on their Discord that they're done giving time frames. We'll see how long that holds. Ah, well. That's what we're saying though, Will, is on January 1st, the lead developer came out and said exactly what was just there. The release date is measured in weeks, not months. That was a month ago. That was 1 month ago that they said that. So one could argue there's 52 weeks in a year, but I don't know. It's just, yeah. Saw their Facebook post about the Boom supersonic plane. Honestly, it just looks like Freeware Microsoft project posting teasers. Yeah. Lockheed Martin test pilot here. Nice. I'm a real world broom flyer. Well, I feel that's what it's going to be, Mike. I feel like at this point we're going to get no announcement. It's just going to be in the Discord. They're just going to post Block 2 is here, open the Phoenix launcher, re-download the aircraft, whatever. Whatever instructions need to be done for the Block 2 to go through. I ride a bike professionally. Not really. Oh, man. B2 stealth type rating. Wouldn't that be badass though? Imagine you could say that like for real. Like you go out to a restaurant, whatever, you meet some friends, or I guess some people that you don't know, and they're just like, so what do you do for a living? And you're like, I'm just professional B2 stealth type rating pilot. I fly B2 bombers for the US military, government, whatever the hell they are. Release dates are bad for both sides. Developers feel pressure, and half the times it gets delayed, upsetting the simmers. You know what, Ashton? I can agree with you. I like what PMDG does, and I like what AnyBuilds does. About 2 to 3 weeks out from release of the aircraft, you'll get a nice post, and that's basically, the airplane is done, right? Like at that point, there's no real major changes that are being done. They're usually sent off as like a final package. This is release candidate. Usually within 2 weeks or something. It's the same what PMDG does, right? We'll get a nice little update from Robert saying this is the planned release, everything's done, we're wrapping everything up, we're packaging up the final whatever, blah 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 blah. Kind of like the same what AnyBuilds does. I like the way they do that. I like when developers do that. It makes it nice, and it makes it easy, and it makes it just understanding that this is when it's out, this is what we're gonna do, this is how it's gonna be. I think every developer should follow that process, to be honest with you. Instead of building up these, it's months away, we plan to release it in months or something, right? It just makes so much more sense to like, okay, here are some project updates, here's some announcements, but like as far as like release dates and stuff, whenever it's ready, we're going to give ourselves a week or two of a buffer period to kind of hype everything up, and then we'll go from there, right? 700 feet on the minimums. Bug that up here, 700. Got our front course 96 as well. What the hell was it? 700. I had 790 in my brain. When you start seeing YouTube tutorial videos, you know that PMDG is about to release. Very true. Yeah. Will you get beyond ATC when it comes out? Probably not, Joey. It's going to depend on the price for me, man. If I want ATC, I just jump on VATSIM, Pilot Edge, right? I guess it would be cool for some of those like situations where maybe I'm not online or something. There's no ATC online, but nah. We also found out that if you hold shift for knob, it turns faster. Absolutely, yeah. You hold shift and then spin it up. Yeah, I've been doing that for forever. I mean, PMDG are a lot bigger compared to Phoenix, who are newer to the flight sim industry. I mean, we don't know. Do you know? Do you know how many people work at Phoenix? I have no clue, man. Do you know how many people work at PMDG? I don't know. I mean, I guess we could sit here and speculate, but until we actually see like, who knows, man? Phoenix could be a huge company. I mean, maybe they made a ton of money off the Phoenix A320, dude. Like, we're a ton of money. So, I mean, they probably have the resources to hire and pay whoever they would want to pay, but yeah. I recently found out that Tolis is from Montreal. They are. Yep. They are. Last known it was 8 for PMDG, but they said that they expanded a lot now with Mathis and all. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. I know that like AnyBuilds has upwards of like close to 50 people working there. Think about that, right? So it's a lot, man. A lot. Now, that's speculation, but I would assume there's probably between 30 and 50 at AnyBuilds, I would say. It's a lot, man. The devs are bringing in money like raking in leaves. I mean, the good developers, yeah, the PMDGs, the Phoenixes, the AnyBuilds, yeah. It takes it. Just like in anything in life, you got to invest in the sim, you got to invest in your developers in order to make money. But I've always said it, dude. The amount of reward possibilities in Microsoft Flight Simulator, if you're able to pull off a third-party aircraft and it be successful, proper third-party aircraft, sky's the limit, man. The sky is the limit for how much money you can make, especially if you're selling it on Xbox as well. I mean, dude. You're talking millions of dollars in sales and revenue potential, right? All right, sounds are coming back up. Coming up to 10,000 feet. We got a little bit of ground spoiler here. Just help us slow down. It's insane for a third-party FS company. Dude, I mean, you look back in the day, dude, of like, even in P3D, like, yeah, I'm sure PMDG made a lot of money on P3D, but I would be willing to say in the 3 years and the one aircraft that they've released for Microsoft, they've probably made more money in Microsoft than they have their entire P3D lineup with the 737, 777, 74, right? I would argue that they've probably made more money in the last 3.5 years than they have the entire length of the company. Just because they've been able to sell it on Xbox, because they've been able to sell all the variants on PC, just how many people use this simulator as well, and how many people, I mean, if you think about it, how starved we've been, right, for third-party content. This has been one of the only aircraft available. This one and the Phoenix, and I mean the PMD, the fly-by-wire as well. But have you seen the working title team when they got hired at Microsoft? They had like 4 or 5 guys, and now they're huge. I mean, it's good. I mean, if that doesn't sound promising for like what the future of Microsoft holds with these updates, with these new sims, right? Like, you know, they're working on stuff, and you know that like they're either coding new airplanes or doing this or that. Do you have the Boeing yoke? I do. Yeah. When I was in St. Martin last December, we got delayed and took off at night. Was so mad about that. It's kind of nerve-wracking, to be honest. Hey, you make that big turn out of the right, off the right? The thing about Microsoft is you will make more money if your aircraft is cheaper due to the casual simmer. No casual simmer is going to spend like $100 on a plane. I would agree. Thankfully, Aston, there really hasn't been a $100 plane. I think the most PMDG, I think it's $60, right? And I think, again, the size of the Microsoft market has allowed for that, right? I would agree with you. Once you start selling your aircraft at $90, $100, $110, $120, that's a lot of money, dude, and I agree with you. Most people are not going to, unless you're a hardcore sim enthusiast, but I think spending $50-$60, even if you're on Xbox and something like that, I still think that that's like a pretty reasonable price for an aircraft of this depth, right? I do agree with you. This may be, you know, far too much simulation for most people, or most casual people, as you mentioned. But I still think that there's a lot of people in the flight sim community that know what they're doing and want high fidelity aircraft and expect high fidelity aircraft as well. I can agree with you, because that's why you have the likes of Latin VFR, that's why you have Captain Sims, that's why you have Breedoc, that's why you have all these developers around, is because there is a huge casual user base, right, that just want to go on and take screenshots and stuff, right? So, I get it. You got the 737-800 for $105 Canadian. I don't think it was that much, man. If you bought it when it came out, it was $69.99 US, which I think translates to like 80 Canadian. That's why the Latin VFR is selling, because people just want aircraft and really don't care about the simulation part of it. Yeah, they just want to take screenshots. I would agree. Yeah, they're more content with just taking screenshots and, hey guys, look at me flying my 777 around, or flying my A321neo. Wow, look at me, right? But you're not. You're just flying a default aircraft with default systems, unless you've modded it, which again is just silly in my opinion. I don't know why you would buy an airplane to mod it with freeware systems to make it flyable. It doesn't make sense. But I digress. Hey Gap, how's the RealTurb cat you're using? Would you recommend it? Paul, asked me in about a week or two. I haven't really thrown into too many situations where I've really noticed all that much. A little bit into Denver, we noticed the other day when we were flying last week, on Monday, and then, this week on Monday when we were flying. Noticed a little bit today as well, maybe on the second arrival into Amsterdam, but hard to tell. Got it through the marketplace at the time. 737-900, 600 was 80, and the 700 and the 800 were 89 CAD plus tax. Got you. Okay. Cap, are you going to end up buying the A220 when it comes out, or will you get it for free since you're partnered with any builds? I'll definitely get it for free, puttering. Yeah. I definitely should, man. I should. Yeah. Hey, Cap and Chat, just realized it's Thursday. Good to see you, Magician. What's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Do you know that the liveries on PMDG are payware on Xbox? Yeah, you can't put freeware on Xbox. Everything has to be, there has to be like a fee, like yeah, it's weird, man. It's real weird. Stop rewarding bad behavior with Captain Sim and Breedock. I mean, they're all going to go away soon, Wayward. Once we get the PMDD 777, the MD-11, the Q400, the A220, once all these airplanes come out, I think the likes of those guys will be gone pretty quickly, man. But I agree with you. But again, Wayward, you have to remember, I don't even think that it's people, as mentioned in here, I don't even think that it's people rewarding that type of behavior. I think it's, one, people don't know any better, and two, there's a lot of, Microsoft Flight Simulator has brought in a lot of casual users, right? A lot of casual users. And you have to remember, just because an airplane's not for you, or it's, it's not up to our standards, it doesn't mean that it's, completely wrong for somebody. I do agree with you. You're selling it on PC, we know what you're up to, right? I think we've been in the flight sim industry for far too long, and I think we all understand, for those of you that have been involved in the hobby, it's, we know what they're doing, we know what they're still trying to, they're still trying to cash in. They may say, oh, well, it's for the Xbox community, and we're just selling it on PC, yeah, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. You're still selling it on PC, you're still trying to get people on PC to buy it. Probably a dumb question, what's the closest plane up for release soon? Not a dumb question. If I had to guess, I would say that it's probably the PMDG 777. I think that's the one that's going to be ready first. I don't know when it's going to release, but that's just my guess. VREF speed today, we're going flaps 30, 151, although we do have a tailwind still, so we may just ride VREF, which is 146, just because of that 5-knot tailwind. Nothing new on the Phoenix A321 319, not yet, man. Not yet. We've all been patiently waiting. Paid $99.89 taxes for the BA-146, and it was worth every penny. You get 6 versions of its quality. Yeah, it's a great aircraft, especially if that's like the type of flying that you like doing, right? Very, old school VOR to VOR. Cap, I've cleared runway 10, all good. Thank you, sir. I think I'm next in line. I'm going to go 210 on the speed. And we're going to continue to descend. I've put in 1,700 feet. If we look at our charts here quickly, chat, the RNAV for runway 10, you can see here from Avaki, we're going to lesser at 1,700 feet, and then we've got a 3-degree glide slope down to the runway. Airport elevation, I believe, was 12 feet, 14 feet, so You can just leave that at 0 the way that it is there. And everything looks good, my amigos. Hardest thing about the 146 is getting all those scripts to trigger in one flight. Legit difficult. Good to see you flying the Caribbean, man. Just got to join the live. Good to see you, Z-Sim. Welcome in. Always fun when we get to fly. Last time we tried to fly into St. Martin, we didn't make it, man. We had to divert to San Juan. The weather was insane down here, so it was pretty cool. All right, let's roll our speed back. We're going to go 180. I'm going to go flaps 5 degrees. That's going to help with that. I do have a little bit of ground spoiler out still, just because the descent can be a little bit steep as per normal. We're doing 1100 on the descent right now, almost 1200 foot per minute. Like to keep out about half spoiler, just help out a little bit with that. Yeah, dude, we went all the way down to minimums. We didn't see anything. It was pretty crazy. 2 hours and 9 minutes. We're scheduled for 2 hours and 18 minutes. So we'll see what it is. I think we're going to be pretty close. We definitely got some nice tailwinds on that leg. It was pretty good. All right, 1,000 to go at 1,700.
2,500.
It's 2,500. We'll go gear down. I can roll our speed back to 170. Let's go flaps 15 degrees. Beautiful. Make sure the rest of our lights are on. We're looking good there. Great. I'm going to take control of the throttles here as well. My throttles. Alrighty. And we are currently about say about 12 miles. So we'll just maintain 170 for now. Turn our sounds up here a little bit for the arrival. Good. We're coming up on 1,700 feet, so I'm going to take control of the aircraft. Throw the joystick cam on, yoke cam on. Alrighty, friends, enjoy the arrival. I'll catch you down on the ground. It's my aircraft. Good. Good. Alrighty. And final approach speed today, we're just going to go 146. That's what we're going to aim for, because we do have a 5-knot tailwind. So we're just going to put it right at VREF. We're not going to add 5. We can go flaps 25. We'll bring your speed back here. And just try and stay on profile. I've got 2 white, 2 red out in front of me. You can see here we're going to have a little bit of a deviation profile as well. So we can kind of follow that. And we're through 160 knots. We'll go flaps 30. Make sure that our ground spoilers are armed. And we want to start our replay. Replay is recording. Beautiful. 2 white, 2 red. We're approaching our VREF speed. There it is right there. I'm going to hold it right about there. Beautiful. Looking good, chat. Look at how calm that water looks. It's gorgeous. Definitely feel a little bit of turbulence there, getting bounced around a little bit.
Minimums.
See the tail.
Minimums.
Continue. Tailwind may be a little bit tricky. Try and make it so we don't float around too much. You can see it knocking us around. It's gusting from the tail.
300.
Don't worry about pappies. We look great.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Nice and smooth. Nose down gently. Reversers are out. Decelerating. Perfect approach, chat. .60 knots. Reverser stowed onto the manual brakes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Saint Martin. Ooh. Real nice, chat. Real nice. God, I love flying into here. We haven't flown into here in a minute, too. Good one. turned around. Get off the runway. Perfect time as well, just as that sun is setting. Ground spoilers disarmed, flaps are going up. We'll pull ourselves off the runway. Very nice chat, very nice. And we're about 5 minutes early as well. And parking the real flight today went to Alpha 4. Trying to get us off at Alpha 4. Good. We'll stop our recording. We've got that. I want to vacate onto Charlie. Yeah, but you've been updating your drivers ever since FrameGen came out? I have been, yeah. Dan, are you here? Where's Daniel? I believe it was Dan and I that had that conversation. Dan, you don't need to run the installer for FrameGen every time you update your NVIDIA drivers, right? Like once you do a signature check, you don't have to do it for every time you update the driver, correct? Like I haven't been, and everything's been working. Alrighty, vacated check, looking good. 777 is there. He is. He's right there. Yeah, very cool. Great flight, guys. Great flight, great arrival, perfect landing. Very happy with that one. A little bit spicy coming in, that's for sure. There's an installer for the FrameGen. Well, no, you just download the the file, and you kind of just run the signature check that you have to do. FrameGen mod works flawlessly after a driver update. No more reinstalling the mod. Perfect. So there you go, chat. Should explain it. So once you install the mod, I think you're good to go. I don't think you have to do the NVIDIA. Whatever the new driver did, it completely smoothed my FrameGen experience. Well, there you go. Great news. How do you set your cockpit cam more zoomed out as default? Figure out what controls your camera in and out. See how I have a camera? I can go in and out with my camera. You have to figure out what button you have set that to, and then you can do that. Beautiful. Park brake goes on. Good. Upstairs, APU gen goes on. APU gen goes on. APU bleed goes on. Isolation valve goes open. Start switches off. Fuel levers off. Anti-collision light off. Seatbelt sign off. Let them up. Shut them down, chat. Request deboarding. There we have it, my amigos. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day of flying, man. Had some awesome flights today. Some great landings today, chat. Can we just talk about those landings? Had a beautiful landing this afternoon into Geneva. Not the nicest arrival back into I don't know why the jet bridge is going away, but that's fine. Not the best arrival back into Amsterdam, though, although we were having some issues with the sim this afternoon. All of our PFDs froze up and did some weird shit, so that was a little bit weird. We're going to restart the Kutau script. Good. We're going to come down here. We're going to go to return. We're going to go to doors. We're going to make sure that all of our doors are closed. Good. And then we're going to get the aircraft in a turnaround state. We're going to go to PMG setup, panel state load. We're going to go final. We're going to execute that. Good. Thank you, everybody who flew with me today as well. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that flight. Again, we haven't been down to St. Martin in a while, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed that one. Again, if you haven't done so, guys, please don't forget to smash down that thumbs up. Hopefully we can hit 200 likes on today's live stream. If we've already hit 200 likes, well, I want to thank you for that. That's incredibly kind. That was our goal for tonight, so hopefully that is the case. I'm going to bring the time back ever so slightly, probably by about 10 minutes or so. It's probably more what it was like when we were arriving, just about there. And we can go ahead and hit the play button. Beautiful. We can bring this in forward. You don't need to watch it from all the way there. We can watch it from like right about here. That should be good. Great. Give you guys a nice little wing view here of us coming in. We were definitely getting rocked around there. It felt nice, and I don't know if that was just from Microsoft Flight Simulator or if that was from RealTurb, but we were definitely, you can see the movement here on the wings and stuff. We were definitely getting rocked around on that approach. It was pretty cool. It felt nice. It felt like there was a lot more movement. It was a lot more spicy on the approach. But I enjoyed that one. It was a lot of fun. 1,000 footers, nice flare, perfectly down into the runway. I mean, I don't think we could have done that one any better, Chad. I'm being honest. I'm not floating my boat. I don't know if we could have done that approach any better, to be honest with you. I think that is the perfect Saint Martin approach, as far as not really floating, not messing around, but also still getting a great landing. 140 foot per minute, that one. 093 on the G, 140 feet per minute. I mean, that's pretty textbook in my opinion. We were a little bit low. We had 3 red, 1 white, but I mean, 1,000 footers, nice descent into the runway. Chat, that was a good one. That was a good one. Mods, donators, and sponsors, want to thank you guys now for everything that you do for the channel. All the donations this evening, and even today, man. All the new members as well, gifted members. You guys are absolutely crazy. Thank you all so much for the support. I truly do appreciate it. Without you guys here, none of this is possible. Seriously, I appreciate every single person that helps out the channel any way that they can. To everybody else that cannot help with a monetary value, but still comes in stream after stream, smash down that thumbs up button, hang out here. I want to thank you just as much for the support as well. I truly do appreciate it. You guys, again, are the backbone of this channel. All of the support combined, it ain't possible. So thank you all so much for your support, guys. I truly do appreciate it. Next live stream for me is going to be on Saturday to continue with the spicy approaches. I'm pretty sure we're going to do Innsbruck on Saturday. Somebody requested TUI jet from Rotterdam to Innsbruck and back, and that sounds like a fun day. So let's book that one. Hopefully that flight's not too long. I don't know how long that flight is, but should be a good one. Guys, hope you enjoyed this one. I certainly did. Miami to St. Martin. We haven't done this routing in a while, so it's always fun when I get to do these these fun routes, chat. So appreciate you guys, man. Enjoy the replays. Thank you again so much for being here, everybody. And I look forward to catching you guys all on Saturday. Happy landings, my friends.